Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A good Monday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports, presented by Sentinel Storage. Our final hangout before our little Christmas break, presented, as I said, by Sentinel Storage, who still have that 75% off 8 weeks on 5x10 units. That offer ends December 25th, so only a couple days left. Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades of helping Canadians through life's transitions. Matt Iwanyk with you here. Zachticum coming in early, so I appreciate that. Jasmine here as we wrap up our Christmas season here at EST. It's been a long one, and good in a good way. Like, it's gone by very quick though. Our Christmas, like, this month has just flown by.
I know it'll be the new year. It's going to be 2025 here. Come on, and it's empty in the building right now. It feels like I can only hear Trev shooting on the mini hoop, but usually it's much more lively in here, and it's a good kind of quiet because people are taking time off. I mean, Maddie, you were on the morning show, and then you got Lock Shop after this as well. You're just a trooper before we get into the festivities. It's Festivus today too. You're saying, right?
It is. Because you just watched Seinfeld this past year.
So it's still fresh in my mind.
Yeah, so it's December 23rd is Festivus.
Okay. Yeah, see, I forgot about
for the
that.
rest of us. And then it's the airing of grievances. So if you have grievances to air, please air them.
Give an
Today's
example.
What, an airing of grievance?
Yeah.
I have problems with you people, and you're going to hear about it. It's just any grievance. Basically, it's like a rant. You could rant about anything.
Oh, well, I do that every show. So
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
But today you're allowed. Because it's Festivus. Today it's not like, oh, she's just complaining today. It's Festivus.
He's just
Like mine is, I
complaining.
saw a guy at 5 o'clock this morning just completely run a red light over here by
Nice,
the station.
yeah.
Like,
Nice.
is the spot, I always forget which, 170th here. I was turning right to come towards the studio, and I was looking, and there was 2 cars coming their way, and I didn't have to go straight, but I was noticing this one, I think it was like a Jeep. And I'm like, they're not slowing down. They're not slowing down. And then they just went right through, and I was like, wow. Like that, to get to my old place, I would have had to gone through that light. And I was like, that could have been really bad.
Yeah.
That could have been really bad. So
Well, it's all right. He was probably on his phone.
yeah, 5 in the mornings, there's different things happening on the road.
Yeah, true.
Bad.
True.
Naughty
Be
naughty.
safe out there.
Yeah.
Especially, it was it was a bit icy apparently in certain parts of the highway outside of the city, but I hopefully it's melted by now. The weather's been really good. It'll be good for Christmas as well. But you know, as festive as it is, and of course the airing of grievances, I have a grievance to air, I guess. I watched Die Hard for the first time on the weekend, and I can confirm it is not a Christmas movie. It is a movie set during Christmas. And the only reason that I could ever see anybody arguing the fact that Die Hard is a legit Christmas movie is sure. I mean, it's set in Christmas. He's coming home for Christmas to see his family, whatever. But it could happen any time of the year. And Reid brought that up. Like, he made some great points for the reason that it isn't Christmas. There's no spirit to it. He doesn't really learn anything.
Will called it
about
a Christmas movie today.
I know, I heard that, and I
Because
kind
he
of just ignored
specifically
him.
said straight up, it happens at Christmas. They say Merry Christmas. That makes it a Christmas movie.
They do say Merry Christmas
I don't
a
think
lot.
that makes it a Christmas
It
movie.
is a Christmas movie. You don't hear about it until Christmas time. I haven't watched it, by the way, but even I know it's a Christmas movie.
Well, there's a great part in it where I don't want to. Well, I guess it came out in 1988. So, like, spoiler alert or whatever.
No, you can't. We're past spoiler alerts.
I know. I'm just that kind of guy to think about that. But there's one part where, you know, of course, it's an action movie. They get kidnapped in the building, Christmas party, whatever. And Mr. John McClane has to go around and you know, find all these people and, you know, with a machine gun, of course, or a pistol. But once he gets the machine gun, he does a great thing in the elevator, sends one of the bodies up, and on the writing it says, I have the machine gun now. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas or something like that. So I thought that was cool. I'd get a Christmas sweater like that, but I wouldn't say it's a Christmas movie. It's more the irony of it where it's like, what a crazy Christmas movie. Yeah, totally.
I honestly don't know if I've actually seen Die Hard.
Really?
You haven't seen it either, eh?
I don't think so. Maybe I've seen parts. Like, that's what I don't know if I've never seen the movie start to finish. So I'm
Okay.
just trying to think, have I seen parts of the movie in my life, or have I just seen none of it?
How
and
long
I think
is it?
none of it.
How long? It's like isn't it
2
really long?
hours, 10
That's
minutes,
why I
maybe.
haven't given it a try yet because it's just such a long movie
Long?
on Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, during Christmas?
And
Okay,
Christmas
yeah.
is a busy
yeah.
time, right? Hence why it's a Christmas
okay.
movie.
Yeah, I was like, 2 hours is long for. I thought you were gonna say in general for a movie, but a Christmas movie, like I watched Christmas Vacation as well, an hour and a half. Perfect length for a Christmas movie. It gets all the jokes in there and fits it in. Classic movie. That's like for Dusty's pick for first for the EST Christmas draft or Christmas entertainment. That was definitely a great movie to pick because I watch it again and it's just so funny every time, every single time. But Die Hard shouldn't have been picked. Shouldn't have been picked as a Christmas movie.
Trying to remember. I think I allowed it in when I was a commish back in the day. I allowed it with my ruling of it being, it's up to the voter to decide whether it's a Christmas movie or not.
Right.
If you pick it and it's not a Christmas movie, well, then the voter's not going to vote for it. And so I allowed it to stay in because it is that divisive. But I don't like Will's comment. I didn't have time, and so I didn't want to go into it of what makes a Christmas movie. I don't know if just because it's around Christmas and they say Merry Christmas means it's a Christmas movie. Like I don't think A Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. It's a Halloween movie.
It's a Halloween
to me.
movie, yeah.
A lot of people
but
say
you can
that.
watch it in Christmas. But
Yeah, I know, but it's
a
one
Halloween
I
movie.
won't put it as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But I could accept, like, I can accept that one more than another one about Christmas because, like, there's Santa in it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to me, that's a Halloween movie.
There's a different
great
aura
movie.
to it, I guess.
Great
And I've
movie.
never seen that. That's
You
on my
haven't
list.
seen that?
No.
And when I
Great
search up
movie.
Christmas
Awesome.
movies,
Yeah.
it pops up right beside Die Hard. So like I might have to watch it during Christmas to see if it really gets me in the Christmas spirit. Like with Nightmare Before Christmas, isn't that the whole plot where Santa is like, kidnapped or something?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of the
Yeah,
whole thing?
the Halloween town, they're trying to, the one guy, Jack Skelton, and he tries to become Santa. So he kidnaps Santa and then he tries to be Santa.
That's awesome.
But in the end, like it's a Halloween movie though. Like that, I want to watch it at Halloween.
Because it's spooky.
Yeah, it's more spooky. And then
Yeah, it's like dark.
Yeah. And honestly, I would say this, like, for some, after Halloween is the transition to Christmas right away. True. It is that perfect transition movie, then, I would say, where you watch it close to the end of Halloween and it sets you up for Christmas season at the very least.
Or watch it like in the middle, like the exact divisible days, like November 14th or whatever is a perfect day. November like 21st or whatever is right in between Christmas and Halloween. Because I'm not the kind of guy to be like, well, it's November 1st, hopping into Christmas spirit. It's like December 1st is kind of that day. And now we have like a few shows after our holiday break before the new year, but I want to bring up like there's a certain, you could bring up your Christmas tree like very early, like right after Halloween, right? Like November 1st, get into that.
Don't get me
Like
started.
I said, you push it maybe to December
Jasmine
or whatever.
doesn't do it till December 23rd.
Yeah?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
23rd.
Yeah.
But no,
Sorry, continue.
Yeah,
No.
continue with your.
Well, it's like there's the issue of putting it up too early, but when do you take it down?
Okay, I'm so glad you brought that up, considering this is the last show,
For
the
you.
new year. Yeah.
Because you're not in. We'll have to figure out when you're in next, but
Oh, I got to give you my sketch.
yeah.
So basically, I want to know, when do you guys take your stuff down? And I know Ukrainian Christmas, you do it after that.
Which isn't Ukraine. And I finally read up about it yesterday. Ukrainian Christmas isn't Ukrainian Christmas anymore. They've moved in Ukraine to our Christmas.
Oh.
And I understand their Easter is staying on the old calendar, but they do celebrate now in Ukraine. Now, there are still some people that, like the old schools, that might still celebrate 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's actually now. But 6th and 7th is Christmas.
Okay.
Is that Christmas?
Oh, okay. So I'm a believer of taking everything down on Boxing Day.
Really? Just right away.
You know why? Because it's a holiday, so you're home, so you can't have an excuse to have your garbage up still after the fact.
I wouldn't call Christmas decorations garbage.
Yeah.
This is last week. We're gonna go put the kids away. Today, all the Christmas decorations is garbage.
Yeah.
It's just messy.
Santa's gone. Doesn't matter.
The holiday's over. It's now to put that energy into the new year. So you want to bring in new juju into the home. You want to have it nice and clean, get everything vacuumed, put away, and then you have no stress. You're done. Boom. Let's go. Next time, next holiday, let's move on to the new year. But it's fine to keep your Christmas lights up, and that's all good. But otherwise,
So the tree isn't good.
The
but
tree,
you can, okay.
Yeah, the decor, all
She's
that.
saying don't go outside and get cold. but you can do the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. But it gets colder in January.
Celebrating because the lights are for the New Year as well. I feel like it's not just for Christmas, right?
Yeah, you could change the colors and stuff. Most of them, yeah.
I'm just saying, it's a holiday. You have time to clean your tree, and invite new energy.
What would you
Some
say
like
about
this
that?
energy. They want this energy.
It gets tacky, all right? It gets tacky.
Straight up, but I have a reason for this. Last year it stayed up till March.
Holy my
March?
I did have labrum surgery. And so I didn't put anything away until I had time.
Can you get Tommy to help you?
I didn't want, no. My parents
That guy
offered to
wouldn't
help.
put up a tree. I had to get someone else to do
My
it.
parents wanted to like help, and I was like, but I need to put things away where I want to put things away. So I just left it up until I can do it.
Did you redecorate it during those holidays, like for like St. Patrick's Day or whatever
Nope.
in March?
No,
However long.
it was just Christmas was up.
So it's just like, okay.
Just Christmas until March.
Okay. So you had Santa Claus on, yeah.
I had all, but I don't have a lot up.
Okay.
But actually was looking. It's funny that this comes up because yesterday I was looking at them and I was thinking like they're going to come down early this year.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, I feel like it's one of the first couple of weekends in January where I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
That's when I will do it.
So,
But like Boxing Day is too soon for me.
okay.
I think before New Year's is too soon for me, but
Yeah.
maybe not because I was thinking yesterday about maybe doing it before New Year's.
And not to be a hater because it's the holidays, but it's okay if you want to take it down on the 1st. That's also appropriate. It's the new year, but really you should be inviting in new energy and like have a new mindset and like set goals and resolutions, which I was also going to ask you guys.
See, and I'm opposite of that.
Okay.
Why does just because I buy a new calendar, do I need to set a goal? Why does it have to be January 1st to set a goal?
Because then when will it be?
Why can't I do it on March 1st? Why can't I start
But
March
you're not
1st?
going
be
to.
any
'cause
time, I think.
you're not cautiously thinking about that.
But January 1st is very arbitrary. Whether we just start a calendar that day. It's a brand new calendar.
places might not
it's
even-
2025. Why do I have to start maybe I'm liking how things are going. Why do I need new, better juju when I'm just happy with things? Things are
always
great.
thought
I
that
like
was
that
weird.
too. That's fine. What's up?
Like New Year's resolutions, because it's great to like, all right, I'm going to do this, maybe like eat better, whatever it is, read more books. And like, I always get in the
You
mindset
can
a
always
week before.
improve yourself.
Constantly.
Yeah.
So it's like when the new year hits, it's like, why now?
Okay.
I think that was the point that you're kind of getting at, right?
I'll add this. It could also be like it's also a time where you can look back. I failed. If I start a resolution last year and then I hit the
suck.
January 1st, I look back and be like, I didn't do them.
But
I
then
failed.
acknowledge that you failed.
And then I'm going to do it again,
better.
and I'm just going to fail again. Like, so I'm starting the new year knowing I
No,
failed.
that's negative.
A
I
fail
failed.
is first attempt in learning.
You gotta try. It just didn't work out. Try something else to improve yourself. Personally, I want to start stretching more.
Stretching is really good.
I'm just saying, I don't stretch. Like, it is.
Especially if you sit like for your job, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you kind of
That's
have
what-
to get up and
she likes to
move,
stand, or she hasn't done it in a long time. She likes to stand in the hangout.
Stand, yeah.
stand on the hangout.
She'd just get up midway through.
And
Just,
stand.
just
get a
walk.
little
Yeah.
stretch.
Okay. Well, you're short enough
yeah,
anyway.
I-
You'll still be in camera. Yeah.
It's good.
I do short little quick resets, so she would have time.
Yeah.
1 year, my resolution, which I did accomplish, was to drink more.
Wow.
That's a savage one.
Water or no?
No alcohol.
Oh, great.
It was
believe you.
At the time, I wasn't a big drinker. And
Okay.
actually, it was part of the thing was I was going to try a different beer I never had, like
Oh, yeah.
the months.
Yeah.
But yeah, most people were like, most people go, I'm going to drink less. And that year I went, I'm going to drink more.
It's easier.
And I accomplished it.
Yeah,
I
good for
I will say
you.
that.
I'm proud.
Thank you, Zach.
I'm very proud.
It was a really good one. I got it done. I drank more, and I haven't
Wow.
looked back since.
And now you have the opportunity to do so again this upcoming year because
to
Jay
try to
gave you
do
the
more.
Did you
wine
like
cork,
that
right?
though? Sorry, like, did you like that you were drinking more?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why I drink now.
That's
more.
positive. Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly, before I didn't drink much, like at all.
You just seem like you don't drink much. It's interesting. That's
Well, I
a
don't
good-
get hammered,
Yeah.
but like,
You have a few drinks.
yeah, I can. I'm a guy that can have just one and stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to do that. Like you just have a beer and you're like, there we
Dinner, drink some wine, have a beer. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's
A
all
whiskey,
good.
an old fashioned or something. Actually, the thing Jay gave me, the thing I'm most excited about of that whole little 7-piece package is the thing you could pump the air out of the bottle.
go. Oh, that's so cool.
Like, because that's my biggest thing is when I open up a bottle of wine, I'm like, wow, this is a 2-3 day commitment for me to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I could maybe make it a 5-6 day commitment. because I can pump some of that air out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So like the electric cork was awesome. Some of the stuff was great, but that part was like, this is cool. And like I tried it. I like it seals it pretty well.
I want to know how you feel about it by the 5th day.
Bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Well, so I'll have to open up a bottle, drink it for the first day, and then not touch it for a few days, and then get into it.
I mean, you can touch it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's for that 5th day to see.
Yeah, I'm so curious to know if there is a difference, because I don't know.
There would be. Oh, like, well, in general, there is. Oh, I've had bottles of wine where I open them. If I have them 3 or 4 days later, I'd notice a difference.
Yeah, I know, right? Even when you put them in the fridge, I feel like it's very noticeable.
Lucas from Whale and the Wolf in Chelsea from the Hive, they gifted me my first ever boxed red wine. I've never done boxed red wine.
Depends on the
I'm going to
like
have to
4
open
liters?
it up right away. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to open up
The
right
good
away.
stuff.
It's supposed to last, they say, I think on the box it said 40 days.
40?
It's supposed to last, be good for 40
That's
days.
great. I haven't had box wine in a while.
So I want to try it because I was like,
That's
for me, that's almost like perfect. Because if it holds well, I could easily crush that over 40 days.
Yeah.
And I don't have to open up a bottle and then, have to crush it in a couple days. I could just have this one bottle. And like you open that and you could save it and then have, when it's that special night, you could open up a bottle and drink it. And then the rest of the time, because if I could drink one thing, I'd take wine over beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
you're
day.
saying that the other day. Like,
Me
that's your
too.
favorite. Like, if you had to pick one
Yeah.
Yeah,
drink,
desert
you would-
island, you
yeah.
could only have one drink with you for the rest of your time on that desert. I would want red wine.
Yeah. Red wine's great. And it has antioxidants. So it's good for you.
Yeah, like dark chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Good combo, hey?
You guys like dark chocolate?
Oh, yeah.
I'll eat it.
I don't like it.
I mean,
Who
it's not like
cares?
my first go, right? Like, I wouldn't pick that out of the candy section or whatever. But, like, if I had a piece here and there, it's like, that's an interesting taste. Like, maybe with some hazelnuts or something in there. Adds a little bit of flavor, adds a little bit of oomph. But, yeah, no, I'm not picking that. It's not the first one to go. It's not like, I don't know. It's like picking all sorts, I love all sorts. I'm a big lover of all sorts. Not my favorite candy in the world, but, like, it's kind of the equivalent for chocolate, dark chocolate to regular chocolate for me is all sorts.
Northside Sandwich, Matty doesn't make predictions and that applies to his life. Damn right.
Yeah, you don't know what'll happen tomorrow.
I don't need to get better also. Like, I'll let life be what it is.
He's already the best he is. Well,
Maybe I am. That's
Maybe
the other
that's-
thing. I
yeah.
can maybe make all these resolutions and then I'm never going to achieve them and I'll just have realized for like many years, I've peaked. There's nothing else to grow. I'm just, this is the best I'm ever going to do. And I'm not going to be happy.
what's your
That's an
trade value?
Why
awful
try?
mindset.
Why even
Yeah.
try? As Homer Simpson once said, the lesson here is never try.
Wow. Very,
Don't listen to him now.
very helpful knowledge, Matthew. Yeah, I said that out loud and I was like, wait a second.
You mean
You don't want to peak yet. Hold on. Oh, who's here?
Somebody want a gift card.
Oh,
Why can't we all just stop?
Yeah, we all-
Maybe that's
The
why we.
door's open for once.
Maybe
It's
legit.
not-
That's why we keep
Yeah.
the door closed. Is that we all just like, ooh, somebody's here.
yeah. You want me to?
Dang.
Hello.
Congratulations on your win, whatever you won.
A suggestion. So if you don't have a resolution, you don't care for those things, and that's okay if you don't. But if you don't already practice gratitude, it goes a long way.
Yeah, Matthew.
What is gratitude?
Well,
Just like I'm thankful for things.
yeah, but you should kind of do it every day, and for things that you
You have
would.
to be thankful for something every day.
Hold up. When I get home and there's not
That's
much
hard.
traffic and I'm not angry and I'm safely in the garage, I'm just like, thank you. Thank you, God, for getting me home safely. Thank you for my parents. Thank you for, for everything. And then you just kind of, just for a second. You don't have to say it out
I
loud.
drove myself home. I drove myself home. I should be thanking myself. Matt, thank you for such a great driving
Are you
performance.
serious?
No.
You just be thankful to the universe and then you go on your day and it just really calms you down. Or first thing in
Yeah.
the morning. Personally, I'm not a morning person. And when the alarm goes off, I'm just like, ugh. But I changed that to be like, I'm grateful. I am happy. Everything's great. My alarm is on because I'm alive. I have a job.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
going
think that's
to
gonna
EST
work for
today.
me.
I get to
Right?
bug Maddie. You gotta practice that sort of stuff, right?
Well, it's positive. It's
Yeah.
if you're like, oh, the traffic sucks. Oh, well, now I have to wake up really early and
Like, F
be on,
my life.
be on air for 6
yeah.
hours. Like
Just
Matthew,
something
I'm
to think
kidding.
about. I know personally
Yeah.
it has changed my mindset. And I recently started doing it in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, I don't think that'd help me in the mornings.
You're such a grump.
I hate mornings. I hate waking up.
I hate mornings too. That was my point.
Yeah,
So-
but I'll try when the 4:45 alarm goes next Monday. I will try to be like, I am thankful for life. I don't think it's going to work for me. For me,
I'm thankful for life.
don't think
Get
it's
out
going to
here.
work. I think I'm just gonna get more mad at you. I'm like, Jasmine trying to make me feel better, and this is just so stupid, and I'm awake early. And this is all so dumb. And it's gonna have the reversed effect on me.
Yeah, I feel like it might.
Next time I see you, thanks a lot, Jasmine, for the gratitude advice. It didn't work. It made my day worse.
Hey, you were grateful that she gave you the advice.
I won't be. I'll be angry.
Well, you said thanks, right? Expressing gratitude.
Well, like I honestly, I do this, and I've said it before in the hangout. I'm like, oh, I'm thankful for the Oilers. I'm thankful we're a good team. I'm thankful for the playoffs. Like that stuff helps.
Hey, I'm whatever works
It
for
helps.
anyone.
Yeah.
Go for it. Do it.
Thankful for McDavid. Like you got to do those things in peace.
I go back. It's I'll never forget Dave Grohl once talking about music. He just like there's no such thing as guilty pleasure music. Whatever you like, you like. You shouldn't feel guilty that you like a certain type of music.
Legit.
If you like
so
a certain
true.
type of music, why can't you just be like, the one he was using at the time, I forgot who he was using. I don't think it was Gangnam Style guy. I don't think it was Psy.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was saying about someone else. Was it William Hung from American Idol?
That yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
She bang, she bang.
Yeah. Who can
I
forget?
think it might have been that one. But he's like, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Like, you shouldn't have guilty pleasures.
You know,
like that like guilty pleasures, like in that sense of where you should feel like embarrassed to like something. If you
True.
if you're a guy that likes rom-coms,
Yeah.
like rom-coms.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, I used to make. I won't say which genre of music, but I personally love all sorts of genres. And
You used to make music?
no, I used to make fun of like.
Oh.
I'm not a big country fan, all right? Clearly.
Well, that's pretty common,
Yeah,
though.
I'm
like,
not a fan
yeah.
of
I'm
I
not-
can't do new
I
country.
feel bad. Yeah, and I feel bad when I don't like it because some people freaking love it. And then I like want to change the song because the vibe is like really boring.
Yeah. Well, it's like
And then
new
you feel
rap. Like
bad.
either you like
Yeah.
old like there's a mix where you
Yeah.
could like country and rap, but it's like most people either they're diehard country fans or like a little bit of both, or it's like despise the other one.
It's
like
right.
polar opposites, right? Like you're a big rap listener.
Hip hop, EDM,
don't- yeah.
house, that's my first go-to. But there'll be a great banger of like a country song. I'll listen to it. It just has to be good.
Right.
And the lyrics of a country song have to be good. Like it kind of has to all fit together.
I like old school country. I used to not like country at all, but I like old school country, which is like Conway Twitty, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash,
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Burl Ives, John Denver, like those type of ones.
Yeah, I listened to the Achy Breaky podcast one time and they were talking about Conway Twitty.
Yeah.
So I went to like Value Village or whatever, as I do, and then picked up a record from him. I'm like, this is really good.
Conway
I'm glad I
Twitty was
listened
a
to him.
joke from Family Guy too a lot. They'd cut away
Yeah.
to Conway Twitty stuff.
The doc said nothing makes me want to leave a party faster than country. Thank you for that, because I know a lot of people like it. I don't want to offend anybody, but you got to be mindful of your crowd and stuff, right? And it's like the kind of the same sort of,
It's like pop, right?
yeah. Pop is ugh.
Yeah, I used to be a
I
big
can't stand
pop
the
hater.
radio.
Anything that wasn't
But
metal.
stay tuned to Edmonton Sports Talk live on your radio on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and SportsTalk.com.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
like
yeah,
Sabrina
yeah.
Carpenter on repeat.
I love Sabrina Carpenter.
Do you?
Who?
Oh yeah, I would go see her, but I think she was coming here, or it was Tate McRae as well. Those two are pretty
Tate
good.
McRae's coming here.
Yeah, so expensive.
Or was it?
Yeah, I was checking. It was like $300 or something for like
Damn.
nosebleeds. I'm like, I'm never seeing her.
I don't think I'd want to go see her. I don't mind her music. But I was surprised she got Rogers Place. It just seems too big for her too soon almost.
I said that about Hosier, and Hosier sold out in the summer, correct?
Did they?
Yeah, and the reason I bring him up is, did you watch SNL?
Actually, I have to. I've
With
seen the
Martin Short?
clips. And I didn't realize Martin Short was on it. I've just stopped watching SNL for the last couple of weeks.
Chris Rock was on it the week before.
Didn't
No way.
care.
Chris
Personally,
Rock
like
guy?
it. No,
Yeah.
it's just nothing that jumped. Like, and I don't mean for me, Chris Rock didn't care. Not that don't care. Like, don't tell that. Like, it didn't get me to want to watch it. Like, I have it on a record and I deleted it. Just
What?
Did
Did you even watch Weekend Update?
I love
I'm
that.
not the biggest fan of those two on Weekend Update. Straight up. This
you
week, I think
kidding me? Colin Jost is hilarious.
I think they're all right,
My gosh.
but
I find it like actually like knee slapper.
they're not. No, they're not Tina Fey. They're not Amy Poehler. They're not the ones that I remember watching back.
They
in
were
the day.
great too, but I think Colin's unreal. Michael Shea, he's so like their energy and they're like
They've also done it too long for me.
I so disagree with you.
They've been doing the weekend update for way too long.
And they're not scared to like cross boundaries.
I saw
be a
I
little
saw one they
savage. Did you
did
see
this
the recent
weekend. I
one?
think I didn't watch the full thing, but like out of all the SNL skits that I've ever watched, I might see some clips on Reels or something. I always stay tuned for the weekend update because one of the stories just hits you, and you're like, "How did they even
Come up with this, right? And that Colin's a writer, and Michael Shea's a writer.
They
They're
stopped
writers.
writing, or
are they?
they stopped being head writers.
But they're still writing.
Are they
Makes
still
sense.
writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did see. So Martin Short, like I love Martin Short.
He's so funny.
I got to go watch the entire 5 Timers Club cold open because it
Right.
looked hilarious from this past weekend. But then I saw the clip of the car thing. There was a car parking one where they were. Did you watch the episode this past weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they were like doing like miming stuff and getting like road
Yeah, that
rage.
one was all right. That one was kind of funny.
But then
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy came on, and I saw, and I started laughing. Melissa McCarthy is one of my favorite people, but when she gets to
Respect.
the angry Melissa McCarthy or
Yeah.
something, like that whole skit that she had of like, I'm gonna kill you, and then she just like drank something and spit it on the window. Like I lost it on that one. I want more Melissa McCarthy in my life.
Yeah, she's a great actress. Like even in like dramas, I think she's been in a couple more recently. They were even fantastic, and just her comedy is like peak. Amazing.
Back in when she was hosting SNL, she did a one of those like salad dressing companies, Hidden Valley
Like
Ranch or
Kraft?
something like that.
Yeah.
One, it was a taste test thing, but she was a big fan, and it was just she crushes those scenes. She's just so funny with them.
Yeah, her movies are funny.
So I need to go watch this weekend's. I think I need
You
to go
should.
back.
Martin Short, he's so good. He's Canadian.
Yes.
And he's just
Looks like a good time.
he's such a like the way he does his he's so dramatic and I just really like love watching him. So Chris Rockman was good too.
Was it? Well, they did see a bump up in viewership when he came on.
Because he's Chris Rock.
Well, but things had dropped, and then he
Yeah.
came back. I don't know. I just
Oh.
wasn't fully into wanting to see him. Although he did one of the Saw movies. He was trying to be
That's right.
serious.
Of course, your favorite movies.
Well, but he was trying to be serious, but he'd say something and you'd see like a little smile on him. Like, that's funny. Like, you're Chris Rock. Like, you can't be serious. I'm sorry, Chris.
I will say one thing about SNL. The best SNL I've seen this season, if you guys don't want to even chime into the other ones, was Paul Mescal.
Ted, I didn't watch that one either.
That one, I didn't know who he was. This is before I watched Gladiator 2. I had no idea who he was. I'm like, oh, this guy's a snack, right?
Did he say, "Are you not entertained"?
No, he didn't. Actually, I had to think about that. No, he didn't. But if you are, and I didn't know who he was at all. And that SNL was really funny. And it's on demand. I know a lot of people hate SNL these
Is it?
days. Yeah, it should be. It's on like global on demand.
Is it?
If you,
Well,
like,
there
sign in.
used to be a time when SNL was like impossible to watch. If you don't watch it live, you wouldn't get any clips. They
Yeah.
wouldn't put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, it was very difficult to find things. So that's why I just
all
like,
these apps are on demand. That's why I'm like, I can understand when people don't have cable these days. Right? But that's, yeah. Or
I won't
IPTV. Everybody gets at me when I'm like, I can't find this game.
careful with IPTVs.
What game are you watching right now?
This is the Myrtle Beach Bowl between Coastal Carolina and University Texas San Antonio.
Okay, and who are you rooting for here? Or is it just money?
I picked UTSA.
For money, or you just
No,
like them?
Lucas and I, we do picks.
'Kay.
He's 3 up on me.
Okay.
So I need to do some work. He's got Coastal in this game. I got UTSA.
There's been no scoring this whole time, by the way. That's not like this is very
It's,
uninteresting.
Well, it's a defensive. But when you play the Myrtle Beach Bowl, it's all about defense here.
Is
because
it?
no one wants to mess up and lose the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
And don't forget, the Pop Tart Bowl is on the 28th. Right?
Damn right.
I'm putting that on my calendar.
Yeah, me too.
I'm watching that
I'm
one.
excited to watch that.
The U and the Iowa State. Well, for most people, like you just need to watch the end when they sacrifice the Pop Tart.
Which one? Which one this year?
Well,
There's 3 of them. Yeah,
And
I heard
you
that,
could
yeah.
bet on it.
What are the
I can
flavors?
bet?
Do people still? I
no.
personally, Pop Tarts are delicious.
Yeah,
They
I
are.
haven't had one in a while.
Years,
There's
years.
Pop Tarts
They're
in the
not as
kitchen.
good as
Oh,
they
is that
once
right?
were, but what is? So I think the 3 flavors: hot fudge sundae,
Wow. Okay.
frosted cinnamon roll,
Yeah.
and wild berry.
Okay.
just want new ones.
According to one site I found, hot fudge sundae is the favorite at plus 126.
That does sound
No.
good.
Roasted cinnamon roll was plus 200, and wild berry was plus $2.30.
You got to go with the OG. Like it'd be like wild berry.
That's
as
the thing.
right?
That originally, but
The other ones don't sound as fun.
the ones like chocolate. What was it like? Marshmallow
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
chocolate. That one was the best. It's literally toasting a cake. Sorry.
Marshmallow hot cocoa.
It's a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, marshmallow hot cocoa. Is that the one that you're thinking of? While you keep drinking all that. That's the only one I could find that says
Water?
marshmallow.
Yeah. I don't have work today, and
Yeah, I
it's
got
holiday.
frosted
so-
marshmallow hot chocolate. This guy?
It could be. Like I said, it's been
Or was
years,
there a
but they were
small
so
one?
good. They're so underrated.
Oh, s'more.
S'more.
There was a
Would be
small
that
That's
one,
the
yeah.
one.
I like how she hears it from you, but I said the exact same thing 2 seconds before
I
you.
just
She
said it
says
louder.
nothing.
Yeah.
So did
I usually do that.
Maddie, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
What
is
about
it the
the,
small one? Small, the small one? Oh, yes, Zach. Good job.
What about the
Yeah, s'mores.
what do they
Yeah,
do at
that's the one.
the famous Idaho Potato Bowl? Do they throw potatoes at them or like
No, they get a bowl of potatoes.
that's it? Like they don't have like a big like
Famous
thing of them?
potato.
What about the gravy?
Famous Idaho potato bowl.
Do they put cream
trophy.
cheese in the potatoes?
No, they just like, they're not even like, you just get a bowl full of like
Come on.
uncut cooked potatoes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, that's what they
Great.
generally do.
Yeah.
That is so
But they're famous.
boring.
Do not come at the famous Idaho potato bowl.
Why do they have to
It's
have
just a
the
bowl of
famous?
Do
potatoes
not
in it.
come at the famous Idaho potato bowl. That is a classic. It is a legend. It has been on the bowl schedule for a very long time. Do not come at one of the OGs for this.
Excuse me, you're the one who showed me the Pop-Tart trophy, which was unreal because when you unwrap it, it was that foil wrapping that they unwrapped it with.
Really?
Too, and it was like this
Yes.
massive trophy. And then you show me that. That is underwhelming.
Because the famous Idaho potato bowl has been
Google it,
around
everybody.
since 2011.
Why does it have to be the famous Idaho? That's another grievance I have. Like why?
Because I think that's their company.
It's like saying you like you're the I don't know, the old commish, but you're the awesome old commish. Like it is okay. That's their company
no,
name.
so
Okay.
they're sponsored by the Idaho Potato Commission, which is
What?
a marketing board that represents the potato growers of the U.S. state of Idaho.
the famous.
So then they're famous, I guess.
Yeah, whatever famous.
But do not come after the famous Idaho potato bowl.
It's literally.
It's not an.
It's the clear bowl with the potatoes in
Pop-Tart
it.
bowl
How
could
lazy.
run because the famous Idaho potato bowl walked.
Well, they don't have legs, so they're not doing either.
It paved the way for the Pop-Tart bowl to come. Do not come at the famous Idaho potato bowl. I will not accept that slander here on the Hangout today.
My gosh,
Wow.
this is the most Maddie's yelled at me. What do you think? You think that trophy's nice?
I didn't
I
say
like me some potatoes.
I'm not saying you go after the
Scared
trophy.
Zachy.
Do not come after that bowl game.
They should give them like French fries at least or something.
Yeah.
And then
I think
McDonald's
way
could be
more
another
creative.
sponsor.
It's basically that art
But they're
piece
not-
where
yeah.
they taped a banana to the wall.
Yeah, and how much did it sell for?
I don't know how much, 3 million or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
I mean, there was I forget his name. That's so silly of me. But like Andy Warhol or something like that. Like
Long time legend.
Yeah. Well, he made the Campbell soup, right? Like he had the Campbell soup drawings, which I think are cool. But like there's art and then there's a banana taped to the wall.
Art is in beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. Well, I think you're beautiful, Matt.
Well, thank you. That's
Yeah.
very kind.
Inside
of Zach
and
to
out.
say.
You as well.
Aw.
Yeah, thanks. Just
We'll have
go
to say-
ahead.
I'm
Compliment Maddie instead. What do I?
What's wrong with
gratitude.
why can't
Pickled herring? See what I have around here?
why can't he give a compliment to someone else?
Someone else.
It's a self-absorption right there. How dare anyone in this office get any sort of compliment? It should all come to me. Only me. Or me first.
I was waiting, like, and
yeah. You should be.
I won't There's no more compliments allowed unless if Jasmine's around, because if you don't give one to Jasmine, she's going to get all upset.
my feelings are hurt. I'm dressed all Christmassy today. with
Are you?
Yes.
How?
Oh, I see the green and then the red shoes. Okay.
I have antlers in my hair.
What is it? Oh, your reindeer, I guess.
Yeah.
And I have a Christmas hat.
I'm wearing red lipstick.
why
I
aren't
have
you-
the red shoes.
Wow, yeah, thanks for my compliment.
Why aren't you-
Oh yeah, you look good.
Before that, why aren't you giving Zach
Wow.
gave you a compliment? Why didn't you give
I
Zach
know.
a compliment in return? Because again,
about to.
Jasmine's got to get all the compliments and no one else can have them.
No, this is nice. Did your mom
Yeah.
make it?
No, Walmart did. Or George.
Or you know, I'm always like Zach. He's trying to find like bargain finds. Like, did
George.
you get that from the dollar store?
It's solid.
Yeah, it's from I probably got it from Value Village,
really good
but it's from
quality.
George.
So I get so proud that he doesn't, that he is a budget finder and he finds really great stuff.
Right? Yeah. No, whoever
Sorry, where did you said
outfits me.
Walmart? This is great.
Yeah, George.
You know what
Okay.
I want to get from Walmart is that Mrs. Claus outfit.
I don't
didn't
think
know
I
there was
saw
a
that
Mrs.
there.
Claus
There was a
outfit.
lot of things
Apparently
sold
there
out
is,
there.
and it's on sale.
I was
So-
last minute Christmas shopping the other day, or my mom was, but I was there with her because I got all my stuff already because I'm
Big boy.
a smart shopper for the first time in my life. And there was almost nothing there. Like everything that was cool for anybody to get at Walmart, it's all gone.
I'm assuming you read Norman Combine's comment.
Yeah, and that's why you laughed, I see, Maddie.
Let me see.
Antlers or horns for her hair things.
Well, you can't really
Appreciates you,
see.
Norm. Appreciates you. Just
now.
quickly, Chris G. Hearing a lot of noise that Nuge is being shipped out and hearing Buffalo and the Oilers are in talks of a trade for Alex Tuck. Let me tell you this about Nugent Hopkins.
What?
Well, no, there's a roster for his first and foremost. Secondly, Nuge has a no trade clause. I don't know, no trade or no move clause.
A modified no move clause, I think, and then it'll shift in the last couple years of his career to modified team clause.
He's not going to Buffalo.
Yeah, he's not going to leave. He's
not
going to
going to
retire
Buffalo.
as an Oiler.
That was
He's not going to Buffalo.
freaking like.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, no, that just makes no sense.
Out of all places for him to go to, I don't think anybody wants to ship out Nuge. He's been the longest tenured Oiler on the team. He's been here for like what, 12 years now. This is his 13th season or something like that. If I remember
He's got a
correctly.
full no
Like,
move
he's-
clause right now this
yeah.
season.
It becomes modified though in the
I'd have
latter years of his contract, right? Because he gets paid
gotta work
$2.5
with
million,
Puckpedia.
I want to say, in his last 2 years.
According to Puckpedia, it's full no move.
Full new move. Okay,
full
well,
no move. So
C'est la vie.
Nuge ain't going anywhere.
No.
Nuge isn't going to accept anywhere. UTSA, by the way, scoring 7-0.
Did they confirm why? Okay, did they confirm why he was out yesterday? I just assumed he was
Illness.
sick.
Illness. Yeah.
They did say illness?
Yeah, on the broadcast, Jack and Louis said at some point that I guess both teams are dealing with a little bit of an illness going through.
Yeah.
He's just the illest.
Well, Nuge has a little baby, and babies have germs.
Yeah. Well, you give. It's usually the
Everyone
other way
has
around.
germs, firstly.
Oh. Now, wow, baby hater here.
And it's generally kids that go to school because they're around other kids.
right.
And not just you have a baby and all of a sudden, well, now you're just with germs. It's only germs. There's germs
I
everywhere.
get so scared of kids.
No
during
kidding.
this time because I'm like that. And then when you give them a hug, you're just like,
this time? You're not scared of them all the time?
yeah, I am sometimes.
Just depends when.
I love kids. Okay, they love me. You saw Fred give me a hug. That's
Because he
sweet.
didn't know. He didn't know
then
any
I
better.
saw you
No,
wash
you
your
came
hands and
straight up
spray hand sanitizer on you
Just
after.
like coming here with the
Febreze or
suit. Yeah.
something. Yeah, I don't know. Clorox wipes.
Oh my goodness. It's just my friends are always like, I'm sick. My kid's sick. Oh, cancel plans. I'm sick. My kid's
Kids,
sick.
not babies. Because the kids are with other kids.
Okay,
And yeah,
okay.
they all get sick.
Okay, fine.
Nasty.
You're right. Nuge's kid is like what, 2 years old? 3 years
Yeah,
old?
and I'm not going to blame that he had a baby.
Nugget.
It's like, well, now, no wonder Nuge is sick.
Yeah. It's what I did with Cam Talbot. I was like, when he had
Oh my god.
twins, I was like, this is the downfall of his career. He's going to be too busy to handle. And then that's when he slowly started trailing off in the Oilers, like save percentage each year. And I was like, I know it's just coincidental. And then he got traded and I'm like, see, it was the twins. I blame the twins.
Hot take. What if Hyman wasn't playing very well at the beginning because he needed to get in a routine with his 3 kids and them going to school and now all that with the third little one. And now it's like a good schedule. So he's getting some sleep. So he's, he's
I don't know
ripping
how
it.
old his kids are. Maybe they're going to new schools. I don't know.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, he's getting, the kids are at school.
He's helping them with
the
their
newborn
homework.
has all the attention. It has a nice schedule going finally.
So you got into a routine.
Yeah, so now he can get some sleep.
Yeah.
But he can get sleep
No.
when he goes on the road.
Well,
what
not if
about
you're
when
up at
he's
like 3 in the
home,
morning.
Maddie?
Yeah, but he wasn't doing it when he was on the road. And he was getting sleep.
Touche.
Even Trey, when he was here, he said all he does on the road is sleep.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
doesn't have kids though.
he doesn't have kids. Yeah, that's why.
No, he
So
does.
he's
You're
don't
always
need sleep away.
tired.
What am I
working
saying?
Out,
Yeah.
playing.
Cold
It's a lot of
pizza.
energy.
Sorry.
I have nothing to say.
I need a Bailey's.
Well,
We have.
I guess speaking about kids, there was a couple kids that rolled through town this past weekend with the San Jose Sharks. It was a fantastic game to watch.
They were impressive.
Yeah, Celebrini is honestly that. And I was thinking about it because Drew Remendo was on the Reid Wilkins show saying that Macklin Celebrini is the greatest player he's seen since McDavid. And I tried to think, I'm like, who else is there? I mean, Jack Hughes, Lafreniere, all the top picks, really. There hasn't been that one player that I could be like, yeah, this is the greatest guy since McDavid. And Jack Hughes in the Devils, I mean, he has like 42 points, I think I saw last night, but he has the most games played in like 36. So he's playing fantastic, but like you look at Macklin and it's like, wow, this kid's going to be something crazy. He might be better than Bedard. I know it's so early to say, but like.
There's a few people saying that, at least right now. I don't know if I like I know he's not saying he's better than McDavid. But I don't know if I like the idea of even saying he's the best since McDavid because it's just such a high bar.
Yeah.
But who else is
for sure
like could even be compared to that looking in the rookie season? And I see comparables between their play. Like they're both super high IQ. I mean, you're not going to find two players that have better IQ than like Macklin. He's like 18 and he's out here making Samuel Girard look like he should be in the AHL. Or something like that. It's crazy the way he works, his work ethic and everything like that. Like, man, crazy kid. Same with Ascroft.
He was great.
What do you guys like?
Everyone knew he was going to be a really good goalie.
Yeah.
I need to wait and see with Soros. I don't know what. Like, I understand. Like, they didn't have to rush a trade with him.
No, he could have been like the backup and played like 25% of the games for a season or something. Just
but even
to feel
then,
him
like,
out,
even
right?
you could have just had him in the American Hockey League and waited. And during some of this, like he wanted to trade, he requested a trade. Okay, maybe he doesn't play for the American Hockey League, but that's gonna just hurt him. We'll see how it goes fully. But the Sharks are good on Mike Greer. Like last year at the deadline, everyone were like, Mike Greer, you're an idiot. Yeah. It's still not confirmed that Mike Greer is going to be a great GM, but he's looking better today than he was a few months ago for people. Like that team is, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the longest rebuild ever. They'll be in the playoffs maybe before Buffalo is.
Yeah. Speaking of Buffalo, there was a crazy stat. Well, it was such a reach from Sportsnet. They said, well, the Sabres have lost their 13 or 12 games in a row losing streak is more than the Buffalo Bills have lost in the last 3 seasons. Yeah, of course. They only play 17 games in the NFL. That's a hard comparison to try and reach for that. But 13 straight losses is still stupid. Like that is, what is the longest streak in a row? Isn't it 18 or something for like the
Jets?
Actually, apparently the McEwen basketball team just ended a 75-game losing streak or something.
Sorry. I just said Jets out of nowhere. I didn't mean
losing streak in North America.
Because, I mean, I know the Caps one year, like 73, 74. They were like 7 and 67 or something like that. They won the Garbage Cup. That was an awesome
Okay, so
season.
The longest in the NFL, the longest was 26 games. Like if we're gonna go more NFL, like post merge era, is the Bucks 26 games.
Wow.
What?
In college football, there was 34 games with Northwestern. That was from 1979 to 1982.
Yikes.
If we go to baseball, I want a more recent one. One of the more recent ones, 1988, 21 games for the Baltimore Orioles. Plus, the White Sox did that this year. That's right.
That's right, yeah. They tied it, yeah.
Basketball, 28 games. It happened with the 76ers. And the Pistons did it last year.
Yeah, that's right.
The Lakers or the Raptors were the team that blew it. They were the ones to lose. Hockey, it is 18 games by the Pittsburgh Penguins, as well as the Buffalo Sabres in 2021.
Oh yeah, they did that. They did that a few years ago. Yeah, that's right. Wow.
And what are the Sabres at right now?
13. They're 9-3 in their last
13. They played today against, who do we have? Because I have a cool bet hotline, or I have a cool bet, not hotline, but a cool bet parlay built around Buffalo winning. Oh, the Islanders.
Winning?
Will and I were talking before the show went today about a cool bet, like what is the, like building like the craziest prop.
Definitely a cool
parlay.
bet because I don't think that one's going to heat up.
So it was 11, or I put 24 cents on 6 games. The payout is $108.94 because it's plus 45,291.
Okay.
We called it the Christmas Miracle.
I like
parlay.
that. Okay.
Rangers beating the Devils. We have the Blackhawks beating the Wild, the Sabers beating the Islanders.
I like that better.
The Sharks beating the Canucks, the Ducks beating the Golden Knights, and the Preds beating the Hurricanes. All those teams are on the road except Nashville. They're all the underdog, but you combine them together, it's plus 45,291. 24 cents turns to over $100. Boom.
I mean, best 24 cents you might spend. You might be able to pay out your nephews, nieces, and cousins or whatever to have that play.
I shouldn't have to come to me.
Well, if you
Somebody
want to
else should
see
have
it,
done it.
Has anyone else in your family brought it up that they would like to see it?
Why is no one else carrying on the tradition? Why does it have to be me?
Because somebody has to be the first one to put their foot forward.
Could be any of the other ones, but no one else
Maybe
in the
that's
family
your,
wants to.
Oh, okay. Be grateful.
Any thoughts on Senators game? I'm sure you talked about it this morning, Matthew, but I thought it was really boring. It was hard to engage. Senators are always a boring team to watch for me. I'm sorry. Their jerseys are boring. Their style of play is boring.
I like their jerseys. I like their logo.
Yeah,
I like their team.
I like their
they got
team.
Yeah. Well, they have a
walking
good
to-
makeup. Wow. Yeah.
So you get mad that Zach gives me a compliment and doesn't extend one to you. You don't respond with a compliment back to Zach. And now Zach just says he likes the team and you mock him.
I'm being a Grinch and I apologize.
yeah.
It's because I'm having a Caesar. Okay.
So Caesars make you mean?
Caesars make me mean.
Back to you like in the Senators.
Yeah, well, like I appreciate hockey, and they have a decent makeup, like Claude Giroux, and then of course Allmark. Unfortunately, he suffered that upper body injury, which Jack and Louis thought was maybe an illness as well because it was going around the cruise. But he didn't look injured or anything, and he was kind of on fire as you'd expect Allmark to be. He left the game, but the remainder of that game, it was just like I describe it as a dirty gutter. It's like the water's trying to flow through. There's nothing there. But you got to get out the ladder and try and shovel it out. And it just wasn't happening, man. You had to like call on the backup or anything like that. And they still couldn't figure it out. Nobody was making a clean breakout pass the entire time. And there was some 4-letter words thrown around, which I like that Jack mentioned that. There was some 4-letter words thrown around that maybe weren't too friendly or getting you in the spirit or anything. But I guess it was a early Christmas gift for the Oilers that they were able to go past those two teams. Of course, like bottom feeder teams. The Senators have been good recently, but like they're not the Oilers or anything. So it's kind of expected. Like you looked at the schedule, you're like, okay, this is definite wins for the Oilers, and they made their way past the Sens. Both teams on a back-to-back. You couldn't really expect much more from that last game before the holidays.
To the new year. Yeah.
Well, they still have 3 more games for the new year.
Oh, that's right. The 20...
Saturday, Sunday.
And
the 31st.
Oh, okay.
They actually play on New Year's Eve. Yeah. But the Sunday, the Ducks is the game. Chris, who's in the Nasty Chet, he's the winner of the EST Flyaway. He's going to the Oilers-Ducks game.
Chris G's the one who won it?
Send pictures.
I believe that was him.
Chris G, you're the one who won it?
Wow. He because Rams Cards is taking place Saturday.
It's going to be such a great
He's
trip.
headed off, hey?
Boxing Day.
Oh my gosh. How exciting.
He's not taking you?
No, that would have been an awful look too.
Well, you're the winner. Oh, Matthew, thank you so much. I'm going to take you now to the...
Well, that or it looked like you don't get to take someone else. You have to take me.
Yeah, I put it
coming with you.
You didn't read the fine print.
UTSA up 14-0 at the Myrtle Beach Bowl for anyone paying attention.
Nice.
I
Okay,
am
so
paying
Oilers
attention.
and LA
This is big because I get to, if I win this game, if UTSA wins this, I'm only 2 back of Lucas.
Lots of time left, it seems like.
You just cheering against me? Trying to make me?
Wow.
That's lots of time left for Lucas to come back and Coastal Carolina come back.
Wow. Feisty today. Well, after...
Big
Uke says Jazz is
Combat
having
after.
Yeah,
It's
you will.
okay,
We're
yeah.
gonna have Mortal Kombat after. Yeah. I'm sorry. I have a day off today. It's the holiday, so I'm psyched. I'm a little spicy.
Bah
Maybe
humbug.
So you have a day off, so that means you're spicy. Portions of this hour brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out at highproductmarketing.com. Stay tuned for the new year because if you didn't jump into the EST store, people have been getting their packages sometime in January. We do have a little bit of extra merch. We will throw it up for sale on our website, so stay tuned. Merch did wonderful things, and the scarves are coming. The scarves are coming today at some point. So for the Nasty Club, we'll be able to finally get those out the door to people and in their hands. So very excited about that. Can't wait for them to come at some point today. Christmas miracle for EST.
The Nasty Club packages are great. They look fantastic. Matty was hard at work, as he always is, to put those together. So
they'll be almost ready to go.
I see the corner now. Like you have put together all the boxes now for shipping.
The shipping for the most. I think there's only like 3 or 4 I still have to do overall. But the shipping ones, it's just put the scarf, tape it, ship it off. The packages. I don't know if I'll put them in the bags because there's a lot. I might just tell everyone here, grab a scarf, give it with the bag. So then I
word out.
We have a lot. Like I'll be on everyone else to do it.
Yeah. Oilers are playing LA at 2 p.m. on Saturday.
And Ducks 2 on Sunday. It's back-to-back twos.
No offense with the Ducks, but whatever. But like LA will be a good one.
Oh,
What?
wow. Okay.
What?
Disrespecting the Anaheim Ducks like that.
Yeah.
They might be listening.
Yeah. Leo Carlson and Senecki or whatever.
I just don't want Oilers Kings in the first round.
Yeah, and that's what you guys were
Such
talking
a
about earlier, right? With it was on today.
Will? Darren Dreger?
Yes. Dreger, and he said to watch out for the Canucks as well, right?
Well, no. So she was very interesting because I asked Dreger who's more likely to make a more significant move, whether it be management, coaching, or a significant trade. Would it be the Preds or the Sabers? And Dreger's like, watch Vancouver. Like, I didn't bring up Vancouver. Like, the 2 names I threw out there were Sabres and Preds. That was the question. And he felt like he needed to bring up the Vancouver Canucks. I know there's a lot of discussion that's happened as of recently that there's beef between Pettersson and Miller.
Yeah.
And that's really growing. And so there's something not right inside that room fully.
100%.
And he did point to, and I think a lot of people, I think it'd be Bo and Byram, but talk of the Canucks and the Sabres, is there connection there? And Dreger even pointed that to a little bit. But it was fascinating that like he threw the Canucks in a conversation that featured the Preds and the Sabres right now, who are right at the bottom of the NHL in terms of needing to make a move.
Yeah.
And he's like, Jim Rutherford is a guy that doesn't just sit on his hands. He likes to make moves. But I found that fascinating that when I was bringing up those 2 teams, he felt like he needed to bring up the Canucks in that conversation.
I did too. That's why my ears popped up when he said that. As far as like JT Miller and Pettersson, like JT Miller's going on interviews on, like he is on fire. Like he's pissed. Yeah. He's like, bring Petey out right now. I'm not sure if you guys have seen them, but he's like, just the jerk off that he is, the way he speaks, just to be so mean to the media. I don't know. I think there is something there.
I feel like
he's fighting it so much that, you know, you're like overcompensating for something.
You know, I'd get annoyed if I was you and didn't get a compliment, but I'd also be annoyed if somebody kept asking, so what's the issue between you guys? Is there anything wrong? And you repeatedly say, no, man, we're good. We're on the team. Like, we are fine. We went bowling. We had a great, I mean, I don't know if they went bowling, but maybe they do need to go bowling for team building. So, like, I see in JT Miller's eyes, he's just like, he took that time off for personal reasons and whatever it was for, but then he came back and now it's into this muck where it's like, well, you and Petey have something against each other. And it's just like, they are professionals. Sure, maybe there's not that chemistry there. And like a lot of people are saying that they lack that chemistry together. I forget who said it, but it was somebody. My name's escaping me right now, but it's like there are 2 superstars. They're 2 professionals. They're not going to hold any grudges, whatever it is, if they did have an issue in the past. So I think they are fine, but it would be annoying to constantly get poked at. So you and Petey like each other? Do you guys hate each other?
Yeah.
Did you guys get
And
each other Christmas gifts?
The other argument is like they both signed, one's a 7-year contract, one's like I think an 8-year contract. I don't think you would do that if you were beefing and like at the run the same time, right?
But you could start beefing.
Yeah, and this is true too. Like something recently had to have happened, and I'm also a little confused because I was just looking at the division and like Canucks I think lost last 3 games, but it's not like they're tanking.
No.
Let me get this up here.
I don't think they.
The Vancouver Canucks have lost 3 straight, but they're 3-3-7 in their last 10. So they have 3 wins in their last 10.
Okay.
Which isn't pretty, but
they're -1 point differential. And they are sitting in the top wild card spot.
Yeah,
they
that's
were
right.
a team. I went into this season saying I'm not sold on the Canucks. I think last year was too good to be true.
Yeah, I agree.
And I also though did say I think LA would be a team to beat. I picked LA to finish higher than Vancouver in the standings.
Yeah, which is very surprising for me. I remember when we made those picks, like it was during the off season, summer or
me and
whatever.
Trev.
Yeah, on the oil stream. That was a great show. Great show. I love that.
Yeah, we were picking our. You brought up the idea. It was your topic too.
Yeah,
We were predicting the Pacific Division.
yeah. And one pick I made, made me look foolish. I said the Flames were going to be like dirt bad, like really bad, and I almost had them worse than the Sharks because of Huberdeau or whatever. But fun fact, you look at it, Huberdeau almost has as many points as Pettersson. Very similar contracts as well. So it's pretty funny to kind of see like Huberdeau's been getting the hate. Of course, the couple seasons have not been great since his huge contract. What is it? 11 million, 10 million, 10 and a half for 8 years or something that they're stuck with there in Calgary. And now Elias Pettersson isn't really doing too hot either. He's getting almost a point per game, but I don't think that cuts it if you're making that much money.
10.5.
Yeah. Anything like
If 3 more years after this year. No, he goes till 2031. Never mind, Huberdeau.
Jeez.
He's got a long time still going that contract.
Wow.
Ugh.
Well, it might be partially worth it by the end of that contract. I'm kidding. I feel like those players can bounce back, especially like a Huberdeau and like, Pettersson. They're like such elite players that it's just like you look at it, they're in a snuff right now. And what would the move be though? Like you brought up that the Sabers and Canucks might be making a move.
I think like Bowen Byram was the one name that would be off to Vancouver.
And I could see it would be like a forward back, of course, right? I mean, like Buffalo is pretty deep on that back end, especially in young talent. So at one point, you're going to have to pay all your players. Of course, Dahlin's getting paid. Power is going to be off his entry-level contract here either next year or the year after, I think. And then Byram, I'm not sure how much he's getting paid, but like he's going to be paid millions of dollars, of course. So to ship him off maybe to the Canucks, I don't know what the return would be on that, but it'd be pretty high. Like they traded him 1-for-1 from Casey Middlestat to Bowen Byram. And I feel like that trade has been won so far by the Avs. So
I will say that when it comes to the Sabres, they better believe in Ketem Adams if he's going to stay as their GM, because if not, I wouldn't let him make a single trade with this roster.
he's
I
a
don't
Peter
want him to
Chiarelli at
mess things
Buffalo.
up. I don't want to mess things up. If we always keep talking, they have good young pieces maybe. And it's, do you believe he could be your GM going into next season or not? And the moment, like if you still have questions whether he is or isn't, I wouldn't let him make a single trade right now.
That's true too. You kind of just have to sit with what you got. It's just
I would
real
feel like
bad.
if I'm Terry Pagel, I got to first make a decision. I got to do it quick. Is this my general manager for 2025-26 or not? Because if it's not, I need to move on from him and bring in whoever I can, or like put an interim in place to tread water until I get that new GM. If it is him, then he could do what he needs to do.
Now, what has been like the biggest surprise team this year? I mean, the Sabres are horrendous right now, but what has been the either negative or positive? What team has been the biggest surprise?
To me, Calgary's a surprise.
Yeah.
That they're still at this moment in a playoff spot. You could throw Dallas in there, that they're not better than where they are.
So
The other one I have is Toronto's doing actually. They're quiet good right now.
But it's like, if you're in such a loud city, is it really ever quiet? You know,
I don't hear
they're
a
not
lot.
tooting the
And
horn a
I'm not
lot.
fo-
this
yeah,
season,
I don't feel
but-
like there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
They're only 2 points back of Florida for top in the division. At one point last week, I looked, they were the top of the Atlantic, ahead of the Panthers. They're 21-11-2. The Oilers are 21-11-2. They have the exact same records. I'm actually right now surprised, actually a little bit, how good Toronto is.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
how quiet it is that they are this good.
Maybe because it's just expected at that point to
And
be that
Matthews
good,
has been
right?
hurt for part of the season too. He's hurt again. So like that,
Takes the
I'll give him
spotlight,
some
yeah.
credit on that right now.
And it's odd. Like, I think Matthews being injured, it definitely takes the spotlight away because he's like that kind of that character guy. Like, he's got the charisma and whatever like that, like in the media. But like, I feel like it's William Nylander's team, honestly. That guy is crazy good. And Matthews is a fantastic player, but like Willie Nylander is always quietly like, he's there. Everyone knows he's on that team. He plays for the Leafs. He's a superstar, but he's always in the shadows of like Matthews and Marner, who are, Batman and Robin kind of on that team. But there might be Nightwing, I guess you could say. I don't watch Batman or anything, but I know that Nightwing was like another side character in the comics, or not.
Didn't even know who that
in the
is.
show.
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind then. Forget I said anything about Nightwing.
No, you might be right.
I might be. I don't know. Tell me.
Norm saying just at Acme Meats, busy place, picking up fresh turkey and ham from Corey the butcher.
Awesome. Shout out. Corey
Big
the
U.
Butcher.
Toronto's been a great regular season team for years. They get no credit for regular season wins. Win in May, and I'll think about giving them props. No, I get that, Big Uke, and their record is the same as the Oilers.
Yeah.
I just didn't think they'd be as good as they are. I figured they'd be more bottom of their division type thing, like in terms of playoffs, bottoms of their division. Not near the again, they were at one point last week ahead of the Florida Panthers for the division.
Which is crazy,
And I'm pretty impressed by that, so I'll give them credit for that. So that's why I'll give them slight credit. Just slight credit.
Right.
And also just, actually, here's how quiet it is. How we're not getting it shoved down our throat as much as we have in the past of where Toronto is.
Hey, good point.
That's the thing that
I think that's
a credit that we're not getting just beaten down with the fact that the Leafs have been good.
Maybe
Good
it's
point.
shifted because there's such like the other stories where, here in the city, the Oilers kind of having a rocky start and turning it up that way. But then the Sabers and Rangers now out east have become that story. So it's taken kind of those conversations from, hey, the Leafs are doing this. Hey, Stolarz might be the greatest goaltender this year. He has a save percentage, then he's injured. Matt Murray was even called up. He got his first win since March of 2023, which is great to see for a two-time Stanley Cup champion and just a guy who's been in the league, like a veteran. But then it's like the Sabres and Rangers who have just like stunk it up, kind of, taking the scent the other way.
UTSA 21-0. Boom. Sorry, got to keep updating the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Round of clicks for
against
UTSA. Well, I need this. Then I'm back. I'm only behind two. So this is very important for me. Otherwise, the college bowl season might get away from me. If I go down 4 to Lucas, I don't know if I could fully come back from that one.
Can't recover.
I don't think I would be able to.
Okay,
so
fine. Make it interesting
This
then.
keeps it nice and close. I get it back to 2. UTSA just needs to hold on. Don't mess with the Roadrunners from Texas, San Antonio. Also, don't mess with Reid Wilkins, who's looking in. He'll be on.
What a
from
lovely
3
man this is.
until he's just gonna walk in. That mic's not on. You have to fade up the mic.
So you're just going to sit here and
So I just gonna
Reid is a lovely man. He's wearing the Edmonton Sports Talk shirt, the dark navy blue. Fantastic. So what items are still available on the EST shop?
Well, there's nothing really right now.
Okay. Well, yeah, the
because the store people got the first crack at it. You're right. Yeah, that one. Reid's just coming
producing.
on to the Hangout right now.
There we go.
He's got his show to come.
Merry Christmas.
I want to make sure people
for
can
joining.
see his face. There's Reid. Reid's here.
Reid's here.
Look who this is.
What did you do?
I zoomed out the camera so people could see you.
You can do that remotely?
I've got a mouse.
Well, you really
He's doing it
went
mostly.
all in booking guests today, eh, Iwanyk?
Yeah, I know. Superstar right here, right?
Just
Be
somebody
grateful.
somebody who works here. Actually, I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, I had to do the morning show.
Did you? How was it?
It was wonderful. We had a great
Are you a
time.
morning person?
No, I am not. I am absolutely not. But we had a good time. Trevor and I had a good time. Drager was on. Rashad was on. Mike Tenier was on. We had great conversations.
Oh, good.
So it was really. But thanks for tuning in.
You gotta do
Thanks for
that.
listening.
Yeah, I was busy.
Sleeping?
Partially.
Are you a morning person?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are
we
you a
talked.
morning person?
I can be. I mean, like I like waking up early, but I have to like work out in the morning to be a morning person. So it gives me a reason to get up. But if it's like, it's
I think
either I
working
could
out in the
stay up
morning
until.
makes you a morning
I
person.
exercised this morning.
Oh.
Oh, good for you. Yeah.
Well, now I feel like a
Gets you going.
piece of garbage.
Well,
I didn't do any work.
okay. Yeah.
I'm
Well, you
lucky
maybe
that
thought about
There's
it.
My
still time.
jobs have
No
allowed
chance.
me not to work mornings generally.
I hate it. I avoid it as much as I
I
can.
started when I worked at City TV. For 9 or 10 months, I had a shift that started at 3:30 a.m.
Oof.
It's almost the middle of the night still.
So what time did you like go to sleep then to be ready for
I
3:30?
just randomly. Like, it was awful. Like, like you just kind of slept whenever you could. I mean, I'd usually nap in the afternoon, whether I wanted to or not. I mean,
Sometimes you just can't.
I would
help it.
work till 12:30. If it was nice out, I would walk home. That took about half an hour, and you'd feel good. And then after about half an hour of being home, it was just like, oh my God, I can't stay awake. So you
like
try.
shift
So you
work.
try to shorten. I remember once though, it was in December. I fell asleep in the afternoon and just zonked out, and I woke up and it's pitch black, and I look at my alarm clock, and my alarm clock says 6:30. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm 3 hours late for work. How come no one called me? And then I realized, oh, it's 6:30 p.m. It's December. The sun has gone down and it's dark out. And then but it was just because if you would nap in the afternoon, you'd have that really intense, like almost weird sleep. And then upon waking up, you're almost forcing yourself to stay awake.
Yeah.
And then, then it's 8:39 and it's like, well, I should go to sleep again to try to get 5 or 6 hours. But then your body is like, okay, you fought to stay awake. Now we're awake. Like, what do you want to do? So it was just, you never feel good. And I remember once, sorry if I'm kind of hijacking the show here, Iwanyk. It was a Friday. I woke up at like 2:45. I worked. I met somebody for lunch, hung out with them in the afternoon, met some other people for dinner, and then wound up going out in the evening. And I got home Saturday morning at 2:45 because I was unlocking the door to my place. My alarm started going off. So I was up for 24 hours.
Jeez. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, it's when you take those naps too, it's like you said, when you wake up, you can't go back to bed. Even if you kind of want to, you're like, well, now I have enough sleep to have these activities to want to go do things. And I couldn't imagine waking up that early because it's like your schedules is still flopped from, regular like 9 to 5. So it's like you're at work, other people are sleeping. And by the time you're leaving, they're on their lunch break and still have half a day to go.
Yeah.
So it's just
We're getting more
backwards.
sunlight nowadays.
Yeah,
this
the
is
shortest
yesterday,
day has passed.
as of-
Yesterday, we
Yeah.
gained 6 seconds of sunlight.
Oh,
Yay,
good.
I use them very
positivity.
well.
I
use
noticed.
them very well.
Yeah.
It's very noticeable. I don't know. But in January, actually, it does pick up quite a bit. I think
That's
it's
true.
in
Oh,
there,
yeah,
like,
by the
it's-
start of February, you notice it.
it's
Yeah.
But like it's day to day, it's like a good jump. Like yesterday was 6 seconds. It
Okay.
becomes minutes and stuff. Like
Yeah.
you start getting actually a significant difference. So
It's got to do with how the Earth rotates around the sun, eh?
we rotate around the sun.
Wow.
We're not the center.
I thought we were just flat.
Well,
I'm not gonna go into that. I shouldn't go into that. Let's not go there.
That is another
I
theory.
shouldn't do those things. I
Hey,
should
We're
know
a
better.
Have you ever seen Minecraft? No.
All right, I'm going to go.
That's great. I'm glad. I appreciate you jumping on for this
Reid.
brief
Thanks for having
time.
me.
Thank you.
All right.
You have a wonderful time.
Yeah.
I will see.
Wait.
I will see you after the show.
What's
What?
your favorite Christmas movie that you have? Well, I was going to ask you. Okay, quickly while Reid's here.
He was about to go.
Wait a second.
He was. No, I
Don't
have
tell me to
another
wait a
Pretty sure
second.
she's
You're
the
waiting.
host.
Now I have another question.
So
for
you asked earlier about 3 Christmas movies. It should be 2 that you adore and then 1 that you haven't seen yet that you plan to like binge or whatever.
Wow, I can't even come up with my own question. She has to make them better in her way. And then your question's not good enough. It has to be my question.
So what am I answering?
3 Christmas movie. You're doing a Christmas movie marathon today. You need to pick 3 movies, Christmas movies. What are you picking?
But one
Well,
has to be one that you haven't
I would
watched.
never do that, but I think Elf is a great movie.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to ashamedly admit I've actually never seen It's a Wonderful Life, even though I drafted it.
Great movie.
The musical, right?
So I guess I would have to watch that.
No, it's not a musical. It's not a musical at all.
Sorry, let Reid talk. Trying to get out of here.
There is no musical part to that movie, but okay. Until the very end, they sing a song. That's it.
I don't know whether there's a Christmas movie I would watch.
What you haven't seen that people talk about?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, okay.
And then I would watch Elf.
And we got Shotski coming
And
in.
then I don't know what else
my.
would what
Oh,
else
hell
would
yeah.
Is that water?
well somebody can have mine.
Well, I'll partake, but I don't know how we're
I'm
going to
not
do this.
going to.
We have to stand.
Somebody has
We
to
might have to.
talk.
The shot skis
You have
here.
to stand.
Who's going to do
Jasmine
this?
can talk.
Well, not
She
if she's
talk.
taking a shot.
Oh, okay. Well, I can talk. I'm not.
I can keep talking.
Well, who's
If I
doing
want
it?
to.
You keep talking.
It's far too.
Well,
I heard
Reid's
it in a-
not doing a shot.
Patty, Jazz, Zach, myself.
Well, are you doing
I'm
one?
good.
Zach's not doing one.
I'll pass.
So there'll be
Thank you,
3 of
thank
us,
you.
unless you want to come in.
Yes.
Okay, so do you mind just like taking over with Zach for like
Well, Zach wanted to ask me
30
something
seconds?
too.
Okay,
Well,
while you guys
because-
do that, we'll do the shot in here.
So you're at the Garneau
Try to get on the laptop.
Metro Cinema
You know-
watching
you know
Die
what,
Hard.
'cause I'm
Yes.
short,
So
you guys have to
how was that watching it again, not being a Christmas movie? Because I watched it for the first time this weekend.
Well, we can talk about it on my show.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say
It was
That's
very
what
fun
I'll
to
sit on.
watch it. It's a very good movie.
Don't kick over my
Oh,
cup.
here we go.
Because I'm short, you guys have to bend lower, right? Okay.
Then you have to
Let's
stand full. You have to stand up.
Well, I have some gripes with people thinking.
Oh,
I say Budmo, you say hey.
is this?
Budmo,
Oh, it's
hey.
working.
We're doing this.
So if you're listening on the stream, they're doing a
Budmo,
shot.
Hey,
Budmo,
hey, Budmo, Budmo, Budmo. Hey,
Hey. So now, the shotski. They all have to work in
There
unison.
it is.
Shotski, Jerry, YouTube, Trev, Jasmine,
All right, perfect.
Maddie, the
We did a
man.
good job.
We're good.
Iwanyk.
We're good.
Yes.
Reid,
We've
thank
done
you
it.
for taking over there.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, no problem.
He's kind of worked in radio
comfortable.
before, right?
He's gonna
Are you?
work.
Well, though today might be a little nerve wracking. I have to do most. Now
Hey,
I'm
buddy.
used to doing the show with Jay.
Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
You've got 2 hours.
This Alex, yeah.
I don't know the
Alvida's
full
in.
response for that one. I know a different one. Yeah, you've got 2 hours.
Yeah, well, Joaquin's doing an hour with me. I do have Guy, I think, is coming on. I talk World Juniors and
Nice.
stuff. I got to check with him. Yeah, Koob will be there. We'll have some fun.
I'm here.
Is this going to be, when are you leaving? Probably right away?
Well, I got lock shop.
Oh, you're doing lock shop?
But then also I have a bunch of work to do. I'll probably be gone about 3 or 4.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah, well, it's always right before the end of Christmas, like right before, like there's other things I have to get done. And I got scarves coming today.
Oh, exciting.
It is. So you're stuck with me, unfortunately.
So,
No, that's fine.
who are you co-hosting with today on your show?
Gauge it for an hour.
If you just
Okay,
listen
for
For
an
an
hour.
hour.
Oh,
Thanks for
Wow,
listening. Thanks for
Jasmine.
listening.
Jeez.
You
Not
you
a
don't
phone
have to
in
worry
sight.
about her.
Yeah.
just ask.
Kind of just accompanying
God.
us.
Well, he just answered. We just went through it. So you can't be like, I'm just asking. We literally, him and I, just, we're talking about it right there. If you were
Sorry.
listening, you
Sorry,
would have heard it all.
I was really excited about it, all right? I was just asking.
Well, Reid, you and Gager have done like 2 guys together a few times, right?
Adrian
Or
and I have been on air a lot.
a lot.
You're
Yeah.
just seeing
I love you
Reid's
guys.
face.
He used to
if
come
you're-
on my old show.
So unimpressed.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't
Adrian and I are
fully aware.
very comfortable together.
He's the man.
It'll
You,
be
you guys are both.
Gager was on the panel on Saturday.
Yes, he was.
And
No,
yes,
Saturday or Thursday?
Saturday.
Okay.
And he brought, I don't know if he actually gave it to them, but I gave him a couple pairs of EST socks to give to Gene and Bob.
I'd hope so.
Oh,
And
that's
now I
awesome.
plan on bothering Bob every time I see him to be like, hey, have you worn those socks yet? Because
Yeah,
I don't think he'll
doubt,
ever
I
wear
doubt he
them.
even took them.
So that's where I'm going to like really be like, hey, those socks that we gave you, did you ever try them on? Did they fit well?
Yeah, he
So
I
I'm
don't think that'll
fascinated by that.
Don't think that'll be part of his day.
Quick goodwill drop off.
All right, we'll talk about Die Hard on my show, Coop.
I'm fired up about it.
Do you want to come on my show, Jasmine?
Yeah, at 3?
Well, if you were
No,
listening,
5:40.
I mean, I could chill here for a bit. Let's see.
Well, you could come on
Maddie's not
remotely.
gonna like that. He's like, go
He's talking about
away.
on remotely even.
Okay.
yeah, so you could leave.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
This is
All
the
right.
EST Hangout presented by
See ya.
Sentinel Storage, Canada
I
storage
will come on
experts.
remotely.
More than 2 decades helping Canadians through life's transition. 75% off 8 weeks on 5x10 units.
Thanks,
That
Reid.
offer ends. I'm just saying a read right now, but yeah, yell all you want, Jasmine.
Sorry.
Offer ends December 25th. Check them out, sentinel.ca.
Mouth needs to go to
Iwanyk,
storage.
Jasmine, and Zachticum with you here.
No, I was trying to listen to the read. You said 75% off?
75% off of
That's
5x10 units, 75% off 8 weeks of 5x10 units. So you can get a 5x10 unit, 75% off for 8 weeks. You only got a couple more days to book that unit. Sentinel.ca. They're all over the place.
Wow. For
They're
those
all over
that
the
didn't know,
place.
it's quarter of the price. 75% off.
Good work.
I was good at math. That's why I work here.
The official drink of the EST Hangout. It is the Finnish long drink. Legend of 1952. A drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor. Longdrink.com/Canada. Enter post the code near you. You can find that you can just put it there as perfect. Well, that's something. Actually, Trev, can you pass that? I'll just make sure so no one else grabs that. Sorry, this is a behind the scenes. This is a business deal.
Was it?
Yeah,
Whoa.
thank you, sir.
I just witnessed something.
I'll have to text her.
Nice antlers.
There's just everything going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of the hangout, though. I love listening to it.
We
Like,
should,
on the
we should just
holidays
keep
today.
we should just make sure that door stays closed all the time. This isn't working.
leave the main door open to like wave people in the offices like surrounding us just to come on in. Yeah.
I
Tattoo
haven't
parlor,
really
come
seen
on.
any of them that much recently.
Yeah, it's sad.
Finished long drink. You get it at Rogers Place. Who next will have what's happening at Rogers Place next? Oil Kings would be there when? It's going to be a while. 'Cause
they're
they're on a
off
little
for a
bit of a
little
break.
Yeah.
Because they get that little World Junior break here. I don't know the next thing at Rogers Place. Is it going to be the Oiler game next week? No, 29th. Oil Kings Rebels. December 29th.
Okay, Rebel.
The 20th is when the Oilers play the Kings.
They're in LA.
28th.
Oh, they're in LA.
Yeah.
Because Chris is going to go
Yeah,
through.
yeah, they
We're
are
going to
in
give
LA.
away a trip to
My
LA,
bad.
and there's LA Kings on the Saturday, and then the Ducks.
Sentinel
on the
Storage
Sunday.
is where my mouth needs to go. Okay. Okay.
And so
Save it for later.
Yeah, say-
Hopefully it's bought on Storage Wars.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. It's the holidays.
Yeah.
I didn't even prep today.
Yeah, I brought sticky notes this
did
time.
you say you did prep?
I didn't. I had a couple of things just about football, but who cares?
Why would you tell people that you didn't prep?
No, because I always prep and like I'm at the holidays.
I think the last two times you've been on, you said I didn't prep. So are you sure you always prep?
There was a few points of
good
NFL that I
call out.
had.
Thank you, Reid.
Thanks,
He closed the door. We've got more people in the office now, so this works better.
I like Reid. He's a nice guy.
What are notes you had, Zach?
Die Hard, Christmas
We did that.
traditions, World Junior Championship. I know you're not really excited about it because you're going to be watching college football.
The love of the World Juniors died for me a few years ago. I don't know exactly when. I think, but part of it is also work related. And the reason it's work, I'll go behind the scenes. I've mentioned this before, and Low Tide understands this because I've talked about it with Low Tide before, and he understands it from a behind the scenes perspective. I used to do what's called the logs of the station of 1260, which means you schedule the commercials and your satellite programming and all the programming.
All the fun stuff.
And I deal with commercial departments, and they schedule the commercials. And at Christmas time, people are off. So you have to do things well in advance. So like today's the 23rd. On the 23rd, I probably would get the logs for the weekend. I'd probably get Sunday, Monday today.
Yeah, that makes
usually
sense.
you do the next day. So like a Monday, I'd usually get Tuesday's log on the Monday. Tuesday, I'd get Wednesday. On the Friday, I'd get, Thursday, I'd get Friday, Saturday. Friday, I'd get Sunday, Monday. And that's how it would work. The thing with the World Juniors was it was fine to start, but once you get to the knockout stage, we would only play Canada games. And you don't know when Canada would always play. So you're like, okay, well, they're going to be in the semifinal, but are they going to get semifinal 1 or semifinal 2? And I'm not going to know until this specific day. And the logs are already supposed to be done. And then if they go to the bronze, or if they lose, then they're in the bronze medal game, and that's on a Sunday. But it's at this time, but if they win, it's this. And it was like, it just caused work problems because between me and this one other worker, like we had to guess how Canada would do. And if it did, and if we were right, it was like perfect, we're fine. But if we're wrong, I have to go in, log in, completely change the logs all on my own, and it just caused extra work. So I think because of that, my love of the World Juniors changed because I would cheer for what made my life easier, which generally was Canada doing well. But they'd lose, and I'm like, I have to now change the damn logs. And it just caused me problems. So there was like a behind the scenes. And like that's not just whining or something. Ask, like you could text Low Tide later and he'll explain about it.
Because would you be able to do that remotely at all? Or you actually had to go physically into the building?
So when I first started, I had to do it in the building.
That's tough.
And then after a while, I was able to do it remotely.
Okay,
but then it would cause the other person problems because I would have to make changes that she didn't do. So she'd have to fix it the next day as well. And it was just a huge mess. So I hated those type of programs. Oil Kings playoffs, I wanted Oil Kings to win in 4 every year. Win in 4. You got to the playoffs, win in 4. Do not give me games 5, 6, or 7 because that causes me problems.
So be grateful that you don't have to do that anymore. Because clearly you're traumatized.
As much as I still enjoy
grateful.
doing it though. I did enjoy doing my logs.
They're fun. It was weird doing that. Like in radio school, we did a bit of the logs, and it was like some people really hated them. They're like, I'm never doing this ever. I'm glad I'm learning this right now, so I never have to actually do it in work. I'm like, that's fair. And then me, I'm like, well, it's fun going back there, seeing the behind the scenes, getting to pick the music too. Were you? Did you direct the music at all yourself for the
1260?
for the other like sister brother?
No.
stations or
I never
whatever?
touched their music.
Oh,
Never
that-
touched them.
That'd be
No, they
fun.
got their people. I knew how to, like, if they needed something, I could quickly jump in and help them.
Okay.
But I wouldn't make any decisions.
Gotcha. Okay,
No.
you wouldn't be like, well, this one hasn't been. Okay.
No.
Because that's so fun to
But
make your
Christmas
own
is fun
playlist.
because so I would I took for like I figured out we used to run NBA Christmas Day games on the station.
Yeah.
I got that done unless the NFL was playing, and I would run college bowl games whenever I could on the station.
So the Cheez-It Bowl
So I missed
at the
doing some of
time
that
would have been.
If it was on, I could, certain ones, I'd try for the playoffs. Like I wanted the Rose Bowl on every year. It's on January 1st generally, and it's like it's only unless it's on a Sunday. It's always January 1st, and I always wanted to try to get the Rose Bowl on. And so I was very happy when we did those. So I do
Nice.
miss kind of scheduling those things.
Yeah, it's fun. You had the power too. You're like, yeah, I did that. I did that.
So some of that I do kind of miss, but it's also but then annoying.
Now you schedule it here at EST.
Yeah, but we don't have live. We need to get live
Yeah.
programming
Yeah, well,
for the winter. We get Riverhawks and we get the Stingers. We did this past year. It's not last year
it
yet.
was great.
Only a few more days left to 2024.
Yeah.
What's that look for?
Oh, nothing.
What do you mean? Oh, nothing.
Nothing. I was actually kind of wondering what else is on your list.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, we went over most of it, like NFL, Christmas bowls, or
We
whatever.
didn't really go over the NFL though.
Well, I guess.
Did you watch?
football
Did you watch the
is what I
Cowboys
meant.
game yesterday?
No.
Who watches the Cowboys?
You know what?
DVD does.
I was
Because
watching
when
the
you're out
Oilers
of
game.
fantasy, when you're
It was the same time as the
no,
Oilers game.
but
Yeah,
the,
and then
the
I didn't-
second half you could still
I
watch.
didn't care.
I have a
It's the
confession.
Cowboys.
What's up?
I didn't even watch the Oilers game live. I was at the outdoor rink and then came back to watch it again. But like,
It was
Outdoor
boring.
rink's
Could have caught the highlights for that.
yeah, I
one.
was like, well, I knew the score because it was like, okay, it's 3-1, but I watched it up until 1-1. My buddy's like, I'm going to the outdoor rink, so I'm like, all right, I'll meet you there.
Get some
Click
exercise?
record.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta activate.
Yeah.
I know you love that word.
I
So
hate that word, activation. I almost said it the other day.
yeah, I found myself using it in like a general like term. Of course, activate like just exercising or whatever. Tommy like coined that term? Hey,
Yeah, it was from Ralph Kruger.
okay.
He got it from Ralph Kruger.
Oh, it was like when I credited Tommy for saying ELE, everybody love everybody. And I'm like, oh, Tommy said that. It was like, no, that was not Tommy. Who said that one again?
Which one? Yeah,
Everybody love everybody.
I thought it was Tommy.
Yeah,
Well,
but
like
I'm just trying to
somebody-
remember if he
Like
got
where
it from
he got
somewhere
it
or not.
from, right?
Yeah. He's got some good sayings.
So, okay, we don't have to talk about football this weekend. People who are limited from fantasy, it sucks. I didn't care, but I did throw it on yesterday, and all of a sudden, Cowboys defense wanted to play well. I mean, there's not much more to say. If you have Baker
Don't tell me you
Mayfield-
weren't playing a Cowboys defense this year.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, it's just funny how they decided to do well when there's like no teeth in the game?
Skin in the game.
Skin in the game. I always say that, I think.
Yeah, they had no teeth, all dentures.
Oh my
Veneers.
god. Maybe I was thinking about Rico since he like is missing a tooth. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Henrique? He's like
Oh.
missing a tooth. I think he lost
Like
it.
Brady Kachuk, good thing he got his Christmas photos.
Gosh, he needs to get that tooth fixed. Are you excited about Ravens, Houston? Texans?
To a degree, it's an important game because if the Ravens could beat the Texans, and I'm nervous about the Texans,
Okay.
I hope the Chiefs could beat the Steelers and the Ravens could hold top spot in the AFC North.
Yeah, you want Chiefs to beat the Steelers. I think Steelers, that'll be a good game. That's going to be very interesting to watch.
They were good games on
Chiefs
Saturday.
are only favored 2.5. That's it.
Well, they haven't blown anyone out this year.
Yeah.
And the
this is
Steelers
true.
are a good football team.
Yes.
And I think that game's in Pittsburgh.
That game is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it like a short week.
Weather conditions.
Weather conditions could play a factor in that one.
Yeah.
Ravens Texans is going to be a fun game. That one's got Beyonce? Or who is it?
Is that? Yes, you're right.
Is it Beyonce?
No, it's the Houston Texans is going to have
Yeah,
Beyonce.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Is it Beyonce though?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
yes,
Beyonce.
it is.
I was just trying to remember who the act was.
I totally forgot.
So Christmas Day we'll have that.
Wow.
Can't wait to not watch.
What else are you going to watch on Christmas Day?
Watch it.
Oh, you're
Christmas
just gonna
movies
watch
and
that.
stuff. I'm a big believer of like I don't get the entertainment of watching sports on Christmas Day. And maybe you could like throw it in the background. I did it last year or something. Like I think NBA was on because it was like the NFL didn't really do.
The NFL had triple header last year. Or
Oh, they had a triple.
They,
okay.
or they had a budget games last
But
year.
like I flip flopped.
That's why they
last
do
year
it now.
because like I wasn't really doing anything. It was kind of like a close family thing. So I'm like, okay, but this year I have more family coming by, so I'm like, I'll throw on Charlie Brown
Because you
or
got
Alf
to
or
sprinkle
something.
something
right?
on it. You need steaks on it, man. That's why.
I could just having something on the TV in the background is great. And like
a big
generally,
thing, yeah.
like a bunch of us, we will sit and we'll watch the game.
Yes.
But it's one that if I have to get up to go play a game or something, I can go do that.
Yeah.
I'm okay. But also like for my family, Christmas Eve dinner is the bigger one than Christmas Day.
Okay, yeah.
So I care more about tomorrow's dinner, and that's more Christmas. And the only thing going on at that time is the Hawaii Bowl at 6 o'clock.
So you're like,
We
whatever.
got college football. Why? It's the Hawaii Bowl.
Yeah, San Jose, of course. Yeah.
All these bulls.
But like even that one won't be on. But so Christmas Day, I'm cool to watch sports because it's like I don't want like Christmas isn't over, but like it's not to me. For me personally, I don't feel Christmas Day is as much Christmas as Christmas Eve is more Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's the
Christmas
anticipation.
Dinner
right?
to when you wake up and you did presents as a kid, to me that was Christmas.
Yeah,
And then it was
I
the
agree.
rest.
And then after that, it's like, oh, I have a day off. Kind of, right? Like
Whereas
even
other people do,
midnight
like I
mass
think
and stuff,
most people do
yeah.
Christmas Day is your dinner. So that's Christmas. Like the whole day is your Christmas.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like no, it's Christmas Eve.
That's fair. And like I wouldn't like go as far as to like sit there and watch the sport. Like you said, like if you're like, oh, go play a game or something like that. Maybe your uncle's taking a nap on the chair or something. Right? It's like there's that.
It's
As
also
well?
there for if you don't like your family.
Which is another
You can
big
watch-
one
You can
that
throw
you can do
sports
too.
on.
yeah.
Like I can't stand being around my family. Or maybe it's the one thing that brings people. Maybe
So
it's the
many
thing
people
that
have
could just
said that.
So
what
maybe
that brings
maybe
families
there's a-
together.
No,
Yeah.
that they
Everybody
can't
love
stand hanging
everybody.
out with their family.
Well, maybe they can't.
for a certain amount of time.
For families, you're forced upon each other. Not saying like then everyone
You're gonna
is,
get
but
fired up,
it's
Jasmine.
like with friendship or like you have those deep like certain people have friends that are just matter more because like that's chosen family.
Yes,
Brother
I
from
agree.
another
Family,
I agree with
families,
you.
some families, it's just like you have to like that person strictly because it's family.
Okay.
I'm not that way. I don't have that. But like I understand why some other people like that's why they don't like you because that like you're my uncle, but I don't like you. But I have to be with you because we're family.
Yes, of course. Not
So
everybody
give me
gets
some
along.
football.
family?
Let me
But
watch
it's-
Texans Ravens.
Family is such a big deal, though, especially like when you hang out with your parents. Some people even get annoyed with their
but not
parents.
everyone.
Not everyone. I'm like, look, I love my parents, but they can be annoying as F. But everybody, listen to me here. They're all getting old, and we're gonna miss this time. So we should really appreciate them during the holidays. Your mom's cooking. She's complaining that she's doing everything, and you told her, we didn't ask you to do all this. She's gonna complain. Dad's
She's
gonna be
still gonna do
lazy. He'll be on the couch watching football, and you're gonna be like, "Why don't you have mom?" And then she's gonna whatever. But you know what? They're getting old. Just love them. Just appreciate them. That they love you. They're old. They're set in their ways. That's basically my point.
And then you get a pair of EST socks for Christmas, which makes it all better.
I like cooking. I like trying to help cook sometimes.
I like offering,
I love.
but like deep down, cooking's
want
fun,
to?
but I'm not good at it.
You gotta
so
offer,
I always
though.
ask my mom. I'm like, "Hey, do you need a hand?" She's like, "Nope, I'm good." I'm like, "Thank you." Like
you know-
99% of the time, I'm hoping she does. I'm like, "Do you need any help cleaning the kitchen?" And you just finished cooking. Nope. But the one time she'll say yes, and I'll be like, "Okay, let's do
Yeah,
it.
I enjoy
Let's get
it.
it." Yeah.
During the holidays, I actually don't help. But I do. I am like, do you need any help? And you know the answer to that. And I tell my aunts and uncles. So it's funny because I'll be like watching the game with the guys, but the other, like my other girl cousins, they're so adorable and sweet. But they'll like be cleaning and the one serving. And I'm like, I don't know. It's your problem. You gotta set your precedent, man. Yeah. I'm over here like beer.
Like
me.
football,
do you need
and you
from
could be
me?
here
Speaking
too.
of, I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Which means she's grabbing a long drink.
long drink.
We don't
Yeah.
have any right now. No.
Yeah, they're so good that we.
That's a good
drank
point.
them all.
I screwed that one up. UTSA Mark. Aw, go for a Hail Mary.
What do you mean?
Well, it's the last play of the half, and they ran the football. They were at midfield. Throw a Hail Mary.
They're being safe.
I don't like that decision at all.
They're being safe. Well, I guess I'll wait for Jasmine to come back. I guess I could ask you yours, like the famous or favorite Christmas tradition. You were talking about that. Like, what is the one thing that you were looking forward to? You kind of said,
Well, yeah, I like the meal is awesome.
yeah, it's always the food.
But at some point over the course of the next few days, I'll watch It's a Wonderful Life.
I haven't watched that either.
I watch
That's
it
on my
once a
list.
year.
See if it's that good. Like,
Minimum.
I'm gonna have to watch it as well.
Well, to me, it is. It's just
Yeah.
one. It's a long movie. Some Christmases it'll be on TV. It used to be like at the beginning of December, NBC would show it, and then they'd show it on Christmas Eve.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They stopped airing it early December, and I would always watch that other one too. But I will try. Like I need to watch It's a Wonderful Life once every Christmas. I just love that movie. So that's one of the big ones. The food's great. But it's just being around family. I love it. I just love being around family. And actually nowadays with the kid, you forgot to close the door.
What did I miss?
Oh, you dropped Zach's
And then
bottle.
now you're kicking things
spilling his water.
over and-
Spilling the water. Pick it up. Pick it up.
no.
Pick it up.
Hey, at least it wasn't tea that was spilled.
Well, don't leave it up there. You knocked it. So next time it gets knocked down, it's going to go on my laptop.
Yeah. That happened already.
No, it's getting kids presents and watching kids open up presents. It's always fun.
That's the one thing I'm looking forward to because, I mean, I know they're not listening, but they might get a good gift from my two nieces. Might get a good gift from their uncle this year. They both love Frozen, and I got Elsa and Anna dolls, and they're like huge, and they're only like they're pretty cheap from like Costco. So I got one each.
That's
for
a
them,
great gift.
and like they're just gonna go crazy when they open
That's
that.
a great present.
Well done.
She dresses as Elsa for like Halloween. I mean, her little baby sister, she's like almost 4 or like 3.5 or whatever. But like, and then her baby sister is like turning 2 as well. So like, they're both gonna get it, and they're just gonna have
Lose it.
Yeah, they're gonna go crazy, and then probably lose all the pieces. Of like there's a little Olaf, and like I don't know what the moose's name was. Never
That's
watched that movie in
awesome.
my life, but
I know Elsa. And Anna.
That's about it.
I know them. That's it.
yeah.
From my nieces.
Did
What's
you
it?
watch? Did you watch
No.
Frozen? Great movie. First one. Second
No
one was
chance.
I watched 15 minutes of it and turned it off
I have
when I was
zero-
like 13 when it first came out.
That makes sense. There's no reason for me to ever
Speaking
watch
of,
Frozen.
So then, what's like the biggest like movie to see? It's like I think it's Mufasa. Everybody's trying to see this week.
Guys, it's
Sonic.
the new Lion King.
Sonic.
Sonic. I haven't seen.
Oh
nothing
yeah,
of that.
Sonic's coming
That's
out.
a bigger one.
The thing with Mufasa is
Actually, the Bob Dylan. I think it's Bob Dylan with Timothy Chalamet.
On Christmas, it might be a Christmas
oh,
movie
that's
then.
right. That's right.
I see yesterday I saw previews for that a few times. I'm like, that actually doesn't look. That looks pretty good, and I do like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Pretty good actor.
I messed up pretty bad. What was it? I don't know if it was right here on the Hangout, but I was like, no, I was talking. It was on the.
No, I started laughing at something.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, it
me
was.
too, I know.
I think I was on like
Surveyor.
clicking some buttons behind the screen on the oil stream, and they're Dusty and Tommy were talking about the new Bob Dylan movie, and I was like, I thought it was Elvis. Like I watched the
That was,
commercial for like 5
Austin
seconds or
Butler.
something.
Austin Butler. He did Elvis a couple years
Now
ago.
he's gonna
Okay,
do
yeah.
Psycho, right?
He's supposed to be.
We were talking
Redoing
about
the
this.
old like from the 60s or whatever.
Yeah. Well, there's a new with the.
It was Christian Bale one.
which
there
was
was?
unreal. The Christian Bale.
American
American
Psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I thought there was Psycho.
No,
No, it's
American
and
called
American
American
Psycho.
Psycho.
They're different.
And
yeah.
It is a
apparently
Psycho.
redoing it with Austin Butler. No, my nieces are listening. My mom's saying, don't say anything about gifts.
Aw.
Okay, good catch.
Oh,
Good
Mr.
catch.
Iwanyk.
I just had it. I knew they might be. My parents are babysitting.
Yeah, the Mufasa thing is like when you're growing up as a kid, I really appreciate all like the cartoonish aspect of it, and now it's all this. What is it like? What is it called? The animation?
CGI?
It's not CGI.
I don't think it's called CGI.
It used to be
Motion
CGI.
capture. I
It's
mean, it's
something like
partially
so
motion.
high, like I don't even want to say high.
It's all
definition,
AI.
but it's just.
Boss.
It's like I miss that as a kid. I miss the cartoon aspect. Now it's just so real. It actually looks like a lion.
Yeah,
A talking lion.
I remember the movie. Like there was a transition period. I think. I mean, they've done that in like a bunch of Marvel films, but there's parts of it where it's like that doesn't look real enough. Like you could tell it's fake, and then now it's like so over the top, and I'm like, it's good in some aspects, but then you see it, and it's like I just want to see the cartoon, man. Like
it just
it's
doesn't
so
compare.
sick. Yeah, I never watched
I think
Lion
the
King
last
2,
one, yeah,
though.
the Lion King as well, exact same sort of animation.
Yeah.
I think this is even way more insane. What is it?
I'm
just still reading, trying to figure out what it's called.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it's
there was a
great movie, but it's just not
2019
the same.
remake.
Yeah, it's
There's a
called
2000
Mufasa,
yeah.
the Lion King. Right?
There was
The
a
new one?
2019 Lion King.
Yeah,
That was
that was a
CGI.
redo.
Alvin, if I said anything about old people, I'm sorry. I don't even remember.
You talked about your people's parents dying.
No,
Wait a second.
she said that they're getting
old,
older.
and we need to appreciate the time with them. Be grateful. It's a new year, and they're aging. Like, just love your parents.
And they won't be around forever.
They won't be around forever. That's
So
all I'm
them
saying.
dying.
And you sometimes need a reminder.
Well,
You need a reminder that that's life.
Castor 1990. Well said, Jasmine. Lost my mom this summer. And cliche as it sounds, I do think of her every day.
Oh, Castor.
There you go.
Oh,
heart goes out to
sending
you.
yeah, sending you so much love. I won't compare it to my losing my dog. I won't, but my dog was such a big deal in my life. It was the biggest heartbreak I've ever experienced. And going into the new year, it's going to be like, I need that new energy and I need to, kind of move on. But I'm going to hold on to it until then.
Brent P says, "Did you not learn anything from Fast and Furious, family?" So,
Fam.
That's right.
so,
Real as shit right there.
that brings some.
Earmuffs.
Bronco Nick, funny sunrise stat for you, Maddie. December 21st, sunrise 8:48. December 22nd through the 24th, 8:49. So it's a minute later.
Yeah.
December 25th through the January 1st, 8:50 is sunrise. January 2nd is the first day we gain sunrise. It's 8:49. All the extra sunlight we gain is at the end of the day until January 2nd. So the sun actually, it's still setting later or rising later, but it's setting later as well. But it's all uphill from here.
Quote the Beatles.
It's
Here
all
comes the sun.
see positivity. What?
I said to quote the Beatles. Here comes the sun.
I do need to get to Road Warriors, which is brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers, custom manufacturing heavy haul trailers for mining, oil and gas equipment, highway transportation, quality, innovation, integrity, trusted by the leaders in the heavy transport industry. Get on the road with peace of mind for your large load. AccuSteel.ca. 12 games in the NHL. We also got the Myrtle Beach Bowl, which is 21-0 UTSA over Coastal Carolina at halftime. Later today, we got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl with North Illinois Huskies taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs, I believe they are. That's at 12:30, so stay tuned for that one. And then hockey will be on a bit of a break. Oilers not back in action. They're on the road in LA on Saturday. But in the meantime, there's just a load of college football games to watch, including the Pop-Tart Bowl also on Saturday. Actually, the Pop-Tart Bowl game's at 1, I think.
Really?
And the Oiler game's at 2. So you guys, if
Nice
you're
combo.
gonna have to be flipping back and forth.
Or get 2 TVs.
I don't know
Just
what
like
Jasmine's
we got
gonna
for
do.
12 days Christmas.
1:30 on the 28th, Miami, Iowa State, Pop-Tart Bowl. Oilers is at 2 o'clock. So
Yeah, that would
We'll be
be a good
watching
one.
both.
And then I know nobody cares about NBA. By the way, big discussion on NBA lately. We've been talking about how people haven't not been tuning in with the whole 3-point discussion. I understand. I hear you people, and I hope NBA gets better. But I'm still going to talk about it right now. On the 25th, the games. There's 2 good matches that I think I would be watching or tuning into, and that's definitely the Timberwolves and Mavericks. Mavs are favored -4.5. And then I think the Nuggets and Suns will be really good. You can sneeze. Are you
No, I didn't
yawning?
yawn.
You
Yeah, it's
yawned
boring.
at me? Am I boring you?
He yawned away from you, actually.
I did yawn away from you. I also am going through finishing up my 5th hour straight on air.
And I felt for you before the show. I was like, "Oh, Maddie, you good?" Like,
So there's just a yawn because I've already
And you
had.
have block shop?
I've almost put up a full day. So
Yeah, you have.
apologies.
good.
That had nothing to do with you.
You are forgiven.
Although I do have something for you.
Okay. So yeah, Nuggets are -1.5 over Phoenix. That'll be a good one to tune into as well, considering there are no later evening NFL games, or you can hang out with your family.
So when does the first game start? And when does last
It's like
game
10 o'clock or something.
11 a.m. for
Is it 11?
Chiefs. Yeah. For
No,
Chiefs.
for NFL. NBA is I think 10.
No, NFL is 11.
Pretty early.
NBA, I think
NBA is 10. You are right. That's the Spurs and Knicks.
'Cause it's always pretty early
Yeah.
for us.
I
'Cause that's
mean,
noon.
Yeah. You
yeah, it's good. Throw it on, open presents. That's what we used to do.
at
Oh,
noon?
I'd always shut off sports for presents.
No,
yeah.
that stuff is on.
It's around presents time. Like the only thing is, I remember being young. Sometimes World Juniors would start on the 25th. My brother and I would run to the other room to see like Canada beating France like 13-0. But that was like it was always like it was just about presents. There was nothing else. Oh, and Boney M Christmas.
I have that
That
on
always
the
played.
record.
You have it on record.
I have that on LP. I got an
No way.
Elvis Presley one.
Boney M Christmas.
I have way too many records.
Boney M did a Christmas album. It was great.
I listened to it the other
Boney
day
M?
at my aunts and uncles.
It's a band.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Clearly.
We only got a few more minutes left of the hangout.
really?
Santa
It flew
has
by.
left a gift for someone here.
It's not me.
It's not you.
Me? Really? I
I
never
see
get
it.
anything around
Santa
here.
left something.
Yeah.
You see it? Oh, there it is.
Holy! Holy! Look
I need me
at
one of
that.
those.
Jazzy has a hat. Jazzy has a hat.
I'm wanting to talk about starting the new year right. I don't want to
Thank you,
hear about this
Maddie.
anymore.
Are you
Thank
grateful?
you. That means I was right all along. I I'm very grateful. I'm grateful because I wasn't lying, and I don't think Maddie would have given me the hat if I wasn't lying. So thank you very much.
It's a nice
it's not
Oilers
fun.
colors of hats rather than the normal
So it's-
EST,
I know.
right?
Well, because thanks to Wolf, he gave me the one with the yellow one. So thank you for giving me the orange one. And I'll match all my Oilers gear. I'm gonna rock this.
The
In
orange
airplanes-
writing, the
in
nice
airplanes when
navy.
I'm out and about.
You didn't
in
button the
Phoenix.
back.
I
That's
know.
okay.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
look.
Oh my god, my antlers are caught on.
You mean your horns?
Oh, I got it. How's my hair? Is it okay?
It's fine.
Okay.
Well, it's the end of the show anyways, and it's up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Nasties. I'm also just quickly, I want to say in the new year, I want to say thank you to EST, thank you to Dusty, thanks to the boys, thanks to Maddie, Tommy, especially my co-host. It has been an unreal experience. So thanks for having me on the team. And I'm grateful for all you guys.
Yeah, it's not Thanksgiving.
And
I'm
you
also
too, Dan.
grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, whatever. No,
We're doing gratitudes.
I'm grateful to everybody.
gratitude.
To Trav, Lieutenant Eric, Reid, Jay, everybody. Hernan, Joaquim even. We're beefing. But other than that, like
Over the movie Polar Express.
Yeah.
it
And now
started,
you're starting
'cause
beef with Trev. And I'm
never ever. I would never start beef with Trav. But anyways, so thank you for everything. I am very grateful and I wish everybody the merriest Christmas. Nasties. I'm always a nasty first. And I love you guys. So thank you.
can do this without you guys.
Yeah, can do without you guys.
You still have a show to do a little bit later. Well, 2. EST Afternoons, Reid Wilkins Show.
Yeah.
So you got a bit. So thank you for coming in early today.
Of course.
We still got a few more minutes here on the Hangout, but needed to make sure we got the Christmas miracle handed off.
It is a Christmas miracle. Maddie's heart just melted.
Are there still any of those left? Or are those all
hat,
sold
eh?
out? Because those
No,
are
there will
amazing
be
hats.
stuff for sale. That stuff will go on sale in January again. Later
is
in January.
amazing.
So people who purchased through the store, they get a little bit of an extra exclusivity with the hat. So jump in on the store next time it pops up.
This is so nice.
No, are there any? Because you said in the new year there's going to be, I mean, like the extra stuff still on sale. Can I ask what specifically is?
Oh, everything from the store.
Everything. Okay.
Yeah, I ordered a bunch of everything from the store, so we can have those. To Lars, why are the scarves in yet? No, they're on their way. I'm supposed to get them today. I should double check what I've got for the latest status.
I'm jealous.
It's so nice. 'cause
Still
they
on the
match all
way.
Oilers
Nothing has
stuff.
shown up here yet. So it's but the scarves should be here today. So early next week, I'll send an email to all the premium Nasty Club members about as of Monday for sure. You should be able to come pick them up. Reminder for those EST listeners out there: we are off after today from live full programming. We'll have some audio going on our audio channel. I have the EST draft going again, the Christmas draft. I will replay. Some of our friends of EST, I'll throw up some of their pods and stuff too. But we are back. Oil Stream pre and post game show will happen Saturday, Sunday with the Oilers taking on the Kings and the Ducks. And then next Monday, we're back with full live programming, 6 to 6. Myself, Dave Jameson, YouTube Trev with the Nielsen Show to start everything off next week. But today we wrap things up. We go into Christmas. So our office is closed today, probably around 3-ish. We are opened as an office all of next week, normal, except on January 1st. We are closed New Year's Day. So we aren't here next Wednesday. But beyond that, because I know somebody earlier said, are we open next week? We are. We're fully operational and stuff. So we keep chugging her along, and we'll start 2025 very soon.
It's going to be a dandy 2025. You and JMO back at it again?
To end 24.
Yeah, James.
It's going to be very nice.
And
He'll be here. Eric will be back.
Oh, okay.
Eric
But
and
still,
JMO
good
will
kick.
start people off for 25. JMO and I will end things off in 24 for people. And it's been a while since I did a show with JMO. June of 2023. Wow. The last time it would have been just JMO and I would have been May or June, somewhere in there. Somewhere in there, Tide would have had vacation. It would have been just JMO and I. So it's been a long time since him and I just did a show together. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
It's almost the same distance as Matt Murray to his last win to his most recent win. I think it's actually shorter time.
Yeah.
'Cause he got it in March and then March 23 or something like that. April, I don't know. But that's a long time. Feels like it. I'm going to be tuning into that for sure.
It's going to be fun.
Right?
Any final words, Jasmine? Because he's still on air and I'm still on air.
There's a movie that I want to watch. It is with Julie Andrews. What's her name? The lady from Princess Diaries.
Wrong guy.
Never seen Princess Diaries.
Never, yeah.
It's a musical. It's an Austrian based in Austria. Okay, well, whatever.
Sorry.
Sound of Music, maybe.
Sound of Music's like from like the early 1900s.
God.
Did they do a remake of it? Are they remaking Sound of Music?
I'd
No,
imagine.
it's like an old movie, but it's like a musical, and I
So
was,
there would be a remake then if it's an old movie.
gosh, I don't know.
I'm glad you're ending this way.
I was just gonna say that would be the Christmas movie that I think I want to watch. Not a Christmas movie, but that's something I haven't watched, and that's what I want to watch. And then my favorite Christmas movie is Muppets Christmas Carol,
Yeah, but you don't like Polar Express. Okay.
because it's garbage. Don't waste your time.
Up next, it will be myself, Pat Gregoire,
negative.
on the Lock Shop. We got Oil Stream. It's Hernan and Reid on there. EST Afternoons, the Reid Wilkins Show. No Jay Milne, but the Reid Wilkins Show with Reid. And the Zachticum. That's still to come here on Edmonton Sports Talk, but that will wrap up the Hangout until next week. So on behalf of everyone with the Hangout, from Tommy, Jasmine, Zach here today, myself, Merry Christmas to all of you.
And Happy New Year.
And they'll be on next Monday as well, but Jasmine might not be prior to that. So Happy New Year. But Merry Christmas on behalf of Zach, Jasmine, Reid, Shotski, Jerry, Trev. I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in to
Cheers.
the EST Hangout live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. As I said, Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes with myself and Pat Gregoire. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First time guest, long time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here, joining us today.